So that's great and all. I just have no idea how I was supposed to get that.
That's why I explained it. Like, that spell's a pretty big deal for commoners, but for, like, adventurers, it's not such a big deal, which is sort of what the sin spawn wells are. Like, they're pretty big deals for commoners, because they can just destroy
Oh yeah,
them.
if you just like leave one, and if one gets activated in the middle of like a town somewhere and there's no adventure around to deal with it, then it can just wipe out the whole town.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to get
Not
at.
wipe out. Just make a town of sin spawns.
Oh, okay, good point.
Repopulate the town.
Or
Just
gas!
Just
yeah,
like
Whichever
zombie
one.
apocalypses aren't actually apocalypses, they're just, changing the form and nature of people.
There you go, see?
yeah, or like
It's just looking at differently.
littering isn't as big deal if that's the whole purpose of humans is to create plastic. Like that's the whole point of Earth creating humans was because they wanted to just be Earth and plastic. Everything else will die out, but Earth will be like, that's fine. I just wanted plastic. That was like the George Carlin thing. He's like, oh yeah, the planet will be just fine. It's all the people living on it. It's gonna be shit for.
Well, that's the truth.
Yeah, he's like maybe maybe the planet just wanted plastic. It's gonna be Earth and plastic.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Environmentalists aren't doing it for the earth, they're ultimately doing it for the people.
yeah, for sure. Okay, so you guys are in like this like kind of it's buried under this on the ground, and you guys got to it by knocking down this wall that somebody made
Do we have
for it.
vision? Oh, we do. I was just scrolled into all the darky area.
Yeah, I think you guys have some sort of either using a torch or using a light spell. I don't remember, but regardless of that, there's also the fact that there's this giant statue um, that's got like giant like elk antler kind of things coming off of it that have like stars on them. They're like lighting up the room anyway. And also, if you remember, Tiki, who's normally blind and can only see like 20 feet ahead of her, can actually see the statue even though it's like
Is it
60 feet
because it
away,
has like
which
stars
is
and stuff on it? Is that why?
maybe. It's a good question.
Hmm.
But yeah, you can, regardless of whatever the reason is, you can see it. Everyone else can see that the like this there's stuff around there that like this thing here, this little block you see there, that's like a giant boulder that kind of like fell in on it um, into this cathedral. But like basically there's like stuff like you might have like what do they call them, pews along the way, but they're everything other than the statue is in really terrible condition. Like it looks like it might have beyond even just that it's really old and all broke down from being old, like just being old, but also it looks like it might have actually been damaged somehow beyond
Ruined
that.
and ransacked or something.
Something along those lines, yeah. And then, yeah,
Well,
the information you had from last time, it has a very strong magic aura that you can't identify because it is overwhelmingly strong.
Oh man. Okay.
um, I suggest we explore the room and that we're probably going to want to stay here to study the artifact for a few days, if that's okay with Alios. God, it's been so long, I've forgotten half of the names of our party.
Sorry about that.
Sure.
Just
So,
as a reminder, Pluto, at the end of last session, I rolled a natural 20 for perception for looking for markings or writings around the artifact or on the artifact.
you don't see
Just pulled up my
anything
notes.
on the artifact there. Like, it looks pristine. But you notice on one of the walls, I'll say, I don't know if you guys can see my ruler drawing here, but over in this area, you see a symbol on the wall. and you get closer to it, you can tell that it is a symbol that you easily recognize as a crude, like, marking of the symbol for Lamashtu.
Oh, well,
Okay.
there was my first instinct.
Lamashu's the bad one, right?
Yeah, she's pretty bad.
Now, I guess since you're sitting there, I'll reveal a little bit more. You see there's an opening over there, on the other side of the kind of boulder near the, I'll just go ahead and reveal a little bit more of this.
But Amber, I thought you said the artifact didn't feel evil, if I recall from last session.
I think that was Tiki.
Oh, was it?
I can't detect evil. It looks pretty. I
Neither
like
can
it.
I.
I can see it though.
Now, like I said,
That's
this
weird.
is a crude etching on the wall. Like it doesn't look like it
Yeah,
was intentionally there as part of the construction. This looks like something that happened later.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like
Maybe it's the
Lamashtu
opposite
was
of a
here
fallen
inside.
angel of Lamashtu or something.
Do you think
A
that's who
risen demon?
ruined this place? Was
Those
Lamashtu
exist,
people?
right?
So while you guys are doing that, Varon's basically standing over here like we're near where Alias is standing. I don't know if Alias wants to hang out back here too, but he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna stay over here. Because he doesn't want to go
Alias is
anywhere
just
near this
standing back
stuff.
here because he's not a very big proponent of magic.
Okay. Even though he uses magic.
It's in his blood.
Yeah, it doesn't count. It's different.
He's not into the
Fair.
arcane arts.
He doesn't care about it.
Technically,
It's
it's
just
in
part
my
of him.
blood too.
That's true. You're technically a sorcerer. So you guys actually have similar sort of spellcasting method.
Yep.
As well as Tiki.
Alright, so what else do you guys want to do
honestly.
here?
We're all special here.
You guys are all special,
I want
special
to explore
snowflakes.
the rest of the
Yeah.
room, and I'll tell Philippe that, and we should look around for any other clues around here.
Okay, you want me to reveal? I'll reveal the rest
Okay.
of this room then, as well.
So,
Yeah.
I'll roll a perception for looking around the rest of the room to see if I find anything else
Okay.
a little bit out of the ordinary.
Okay.
So I walk around the room.
Yeah. So Philippe is able to notice there is spots where there are what looks like very ancient signs of battle, perhaps. Like he sees spots where it looks like weapons might have struck. He sees a spot where there might have actually even been like some sort of explosion, like fire magic maybe, or something along those lines. And you also can tell there used to be a door here, so this area, I guess while you're looking around, you'd probably even tell there's a dark room over here. And then if you look out in here, you get the same thing too. There used to be a door over here, over here this way. And that leads out to another area, like another cavern right there.
Well, I'll point out the signs of battle, and I don't really make much of them. Clearly,
Is there something in the other cavern?
thing.
So in this
Look
other
around
one,
in here.
I'll go ahead and reveal. So there's like this much larger area, and it kind of looks like there's basically like a paved road kind of running along this. And this looks like this was probably the front entrance and that it looks like perhaps it was in a like a ravine perhaps or something that collapsed a long time ago, and because you look up, if you go out, like you look up out there, it's just like it's blocked off. You can't see any sky up there at all. But this looks like it used to be a path of some sort. And like the edges kind of are a lot, like especially this area right in front of it is like rocks, boulders and stuff.
I wonder where this path leads to. If the other entrance is also blocked off. I don't have the light on me since my invisibility is probably wearing off about now.
Has a duration of minutes, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's probably about worn off.
You said it's like rocks like on the ground, like difficult terrain here, or you mean like?
No, this is actually
Where?
the opposite of that. This area that you're in right here
It's super
like,
smooth and paved.
yeah, it's like paved. Like it looks like it was actually
Okay,
supposed to be
yeah.
walked on. Part of it has like this wall that you see in front of you here is like it looks like it fell down, like it was, I guess, rocks and stuff, but it looks like it's been there for hundreds of years at least. Like this is an ancient thing you're seeing. You guys are in some sort of like
And if I go
like
up here,
centuries
what's
at
this
least.
thing? Oh, it's a path. Like the path goes this way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared, but I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Peer around the corner,
Yeah,
and you see what appears to be a dead end.
Okay. I'll cautiously advance. And do any of these walls seem super smooth and unnatural like the one down that we broke down there?
No, these ones look much more rough, like you guys are in a more normal forming cave.
I'm gonna put my hand to this wall just because I think, maybe it's a rough-looking magic wall.
No, you put your hand on the wall and nothing happens. You just feel the
Although nothing
stone.
felt weird on the other one either. It was actually stone. Is it
Yeah,
magical?
and this just feels like.
I'm asking team party.
I'll detect magic at the wall.
You do not detect any magic on the wall.
Okay. Oh, this looks to be normal.
Huh.
Did we roll perception here?
No.
No, I don't know. I don't see anything. I saw that statue,
I'm
though.
looking around this place. Hey, the one time I have better perception than Philippe.
So one time there's nothing to see, probably.
Yeah, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary here. It does look like at one point that you can kind of follow the path, like there's spots where it looks like it originally went through this area that there's a collapse on, and that it went out at some point this way. But you don't see, it looks like the rocks collapsed on this, like I said, hundreds of years ago.
Yeah. So I will come back into this room and
Okay, now
talk
hold
to
on a
the
second.
rest of the party.
As you guys are coming this way, you get a better view of what it look like from the outside.
Oh, okay. We got some directionality.
So you see another symbol basically Like you see basically on the wall here, there's like a kind of a mural, and it's kind of hard to, like it's really old and kind of degraded. However, you could make another knowledge religion check to potentially identify what this mural is trying to convey.
I will do that.
Does Philippe have knowledge religion you want to roll as well on
Yeah,
his
yeah.
way back?
If it's natural or not, I might know nature.
Making sure I know how to do this.
That's
Okay.
T's only knowledge.
Oh yeah, natural 1. Yeah, I did it.
Yeah. Okay, well you don't recognize like all of it. It's really hard to tell exactly what this is, but you do recognize. Amber recognizes one thing about this. So there's like a picture of a bunch of different scenes on here, and one of them looks like you see kind of a character in it that looks kind of like it maybe is the same character, the like the four-antlered stag guy you just saw that the artifact is. You see him, and it looks like he is like he's kind of sitting there, and he has like some people gathered around him. And Amber recognizes one of the people sitting below as Desna, and she could tell by the like the butterfly wings and whatnot that this is a probably a drawing of Desna.
Okay. I'm not remarkably good with Pathfinder deity lore. Who is Desna again?
Desna is the god of the stars and of travel and luck, I think, are like her main domains.
Okay.
And she also, like, if you remember from Rise of the Rune Lords, you remember the Swallowtail Festival?
Is that the festival in Sandpoint?
Yeah.
Yes, that is a Desnan, I guess, maybe adjective. That is a Desnan festival. Like it's
Desnian?
yeah, it's a festival tied into the religion of Desna.
Okay. And she seems to be subservient to this person?
No, it doesn't seem like any of them are necessarily subservient. It just looks like they're all gathered around listening to him, and that he's like kind of sitting there, perhaps giving a speech or something. Like maybe more like that. I mean, maybe you could interpret it that way. It's hard to really tell for sure, but you get the feeling more that they're just like he's giving a speech or a sermon or something, and that they're all just listening to it. Like there's other people in this crowd, and that's the only one you really recognize, though. Is you're like, that one I think might be Desna.
Okay. Is it okay if I just look at Desna on the Pathfinder wiki?
That might tell you a lot.
Okay, then I will not.
Side note, Desna was the name of one of the chicks from Legend.
Oh yeah.
Another side note, I forgot to start the recording, so I started it pretty recently.
Oh okay.
Didn't
You only
recently,
missed
just walked
some.
around and looked at the artifact, so.
Yeah, you only missed this whole thing about seeing Desna in this painting. No big deal.
No, I got all that.
So yeah, Desna, I will tell you this much: she's a chaotic good deity. Her titles are, well, she's also of dreams. She is the deity of dreams. And their domains are chaos good, liberation, luck, and travel.
Okay, and I'm going to do a... I'm not going to do that. I am going to ask Philippe what he knows about the history with regards to worship in Desna.
I know 25 things. Go. What 25 things do I know?
List of 25 things. I mean, you would know that there aren't a whole lot. Like most of Desna's priests, for example, tend to travel around because of
She's a god of
the
travel.
deity. Right.
Yeah.
You'd also know that Desna's greatest enemy is Lamashtu, and that the like the priests of Desna and the priests of Lamashtu are like, yeah, they're like each other's. Well, it's kind of one-sided. Lamashtu doesn't really care about Desna that much, generally speaking, though. But,
Right.
But Desna's priests hate Lamashtu.
And apparently Lamashtu is somebody hated whoever this person with the antlers is. And
You guys are really close to unraveling it, but
my conjecture, or yeah, my hypothesis is that this battle that we saw in here was some battle between Lamashtu's forces and whoever worshipped this antler thing in here. I think I'd like to spend at least another day in here studying this artifact and studying this painting and taking as much time to write down notes and sort
maybe
of
try to get like a
jog my memory.
yeah, maybe try to get like a copy, like a sketch of this mural, so you could show other
Yeah,
show maybe like a
I
priest
have
of
a
Desna.
journal.
Would
Yeah.
touching the artifact help?
That's another thing that I'd like to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make a drawing copy of this mural.
Okay.
And of the artifact. And I'm going to write those down in my journal.
Okay.
Would you like me to do some sort of check for that?
I don't know what sort of a check would be appropriate for that anyway. Like, I guess if you have some sort of skill that would help you make a better drawing, you
Linguistics
can
or
roll
craft
that.
calligraphy, I suppose. I don't have craft calligraphy, but I do have linguistics.
Well, see, I don't know if linguistics makes sense for drawing the.
Drawing.
I guess if you're, yeah, like. So that's a thing. Your drawing probably won't be like a perfect replica of it. If your character had some sort of artistry or craft skill that would lend itself to that, though, then I would say go ahead and roll that. But
No.
like pretty much no matter what, since your character doesn't have that sort of skill, you're probably not going to make a drawing that really does either the mural or the statue justice. But you'll be able to convey what it is at least.
Yeah.
All right, what does
So,
everybody else do while he's doing this?
that's what I'm going
Or
to spend the
she's
rest
doing
of
this,
the
I
day
mean.
doing.
I think Tiki's gonna maybe go and stare at the statue for a while.
Okay.
What the fuck is that? I don't know. Roll perception if I. Nah, I don't know.
Okay. Anybody else do anything? What does Aelios do during all this?
Aelius is chatting with the dwarf about his ancestral ways with smithing.
Okay, so he'd be telling you about how like he comes from a long line of miners and yeah, he'd be telling you about his family history. Very riveting stuff.
Because
Maybe one of
talking
the-
about smithing is like crack for Aelius.
Right, because he comes from a family of smiths as well, right?
Right.
Yeah, so this guy more specifically probably involves like mining stuff, but he would know a lot about smithing just from because that's who he deals with whenever they mine stuff. Obviously, that's who he's selling it to. So he'd know a lot about that sort of thing. So yeah, he's talking. You guys are just talking shop basically, and probably some of these other miners that were working for the. I don't remember. Did I ever give his name? As he was Aradoc.
No, you didn't give a name.
Okay, well, Aradoc was the wizard guy that was that was doing the whole Scooby-Doo scheme on this mine, and so some of the miners that he was having working there probably are like also chatting about that. Aradoc looks really uncomfortable that he's still stuck here. Okay, what about Philippe? What is Philippe doing during this?
Well, I've been thinking about this, and I'm gonna do something very unwise, which fits Philippe.
Uh-huh.
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull out the holy symbol of Deklar Sar, the Nasantian lord who's a servant of Lamashtu, while near this statue, and see if anything happens.
Yes, it does actually.
What happens?
When you pull it out into this light that's happening, roll a reflex save as it starts to burn in your hands. Okay, so you can either, because you passed a reflex save, you can either put it away real fast or drop it, and either way not take any damage. Otherwise, okay, so you drop it and you can see it just burning, like giving off a ton of light, and just like burning bright red underneath the statue.
Okay, I'll leave it for a little bit and see what happens.
And it just keeps burning. It's just sitting there, like looking like a. It's still maintaining its shape, but it's burning red, like it's might be hot off a forge or something. Just sitting there on the ground.
I'll kick it away from the statue, like down this way.
Okay. And after you do, it kind of starts to dim a little bit after it gets farther away.
Okay, I'll leave it there for a little bit, see if it cools off.
Okay.
And I'll be like, oh my god, did anyone else see that?
All right, go ahead and roll another knowledge religion check, because I think that's a good clue that might give you. I'm going to give that to you. That was actually a useful clue into figuring out what this is. So I'll give you another chance to roll it.
27.
Okay, so after seeing this, you put the pieces together, and you realize now what you probably would be looking at here. Now, you've also been studying that book every once in a while, I've been studying that book about demons, right?
The Demon Pact book, yes.
Right, so you've learned a little bit about, what was his name? This demon lord, Naklar Sar, I believe. Naklar Sar. You've learned a little bit about Deklar Sar. Okay. You've learned a bit about Deklar Sar, and one thing you know about him is that legend has it, at least, that Lamashtu created him using the husk of a long dead god that she stole the domain of beasts from. And that god was named Kirkanis. I'll put that in chat.
So wait. She stole a tusk what?
She killed the previous god of beasts, Kirkanis, and used his husk, like his body, to create a demon lord, and that is Deklar Sar. Okay. So she originally, like, Lamashtu is the goddess of beasts, right? But she wasn't always. She used to just be the goddess of monsters. and like madness and nightmares and stuff. But she stole the domain of beasts and killed the previous holder of it. And so now you think that perhaps this is a statue of the long, mostly forgotten god who used to reign over beasts and travel.
Okay,
And
I share that knowledge with everyone, especially Amber.
Okay. You would realize that the reason, another thing that makes sense, that connects that and makes it make sense, is also that Kirkhanis used to basically be Desna's mentor when she was younger, and that is where she got the travel domain.
The travel domain.
That Kirkhanis granted her the travel domain as one of his last acts before he was killed. So it would make sense for a painting of her to be there because the reason why she got his travel domain was because she used to listen to his stories.
Okay, awesome. So I think this is Kirkhanis. He doesn't like Lamashtu or evil things. Although there's no way Kirkhanis could have known of Declar.
He probably also hates
was made after he was killed.
Declar because it's like an undead creation of him.
Right, but he couldn't. So I'm just saying he couldn't know about it because it was created from his dead body. Just saying.
Yeah, they never both existed at the same time.
Right.
Yeah. So he just hated
but
it because it was
an
evil,
artifact
not because it was
of his
specific
probably
thing.
hates the guts of anything that's related to the undead version of him.
The artifact of his had to have been created before he was killed. Is that correct?
I would assume so. I mean, it looks like it's still functioning.
So
I still would like to take some time to figure out what this artifact does.
So my hypothesis is that this statue hates all things evil, not specifically Declausar or Lamashtu, because it couldn't possibly know what Declausar, whatever, who that was, because he was created after Kirkhanis was killed.
I mean, there's a way to test that hypothesis.
By getting something else evil? I don't have anything else evil on me except this book, which
Here,
I
come
don't
here.
really want to burn in my hands. Okay, what?
Now, Amber pulls out a wand and she's like, I can tap you with this, and you'll identify as evil.
Oh. Go, let me have the wand and I'll go see if it burns up like the other thing.
No, I'm not burning my wand. I'm going to see if you burn up.
No, that's a bad idea. I don't think that's a good idea.
I'm sure
you don't consent to this
It'll
plan.
Be fine.
No, I don't consent.
Why not?
I'm scared.
Yeah.
We could always try
like
a dwarf friend with.
I like that you pulled out that symbol. I was kind of hoping you might do something like that. So.
Well, the other option was I was going to touch it, and I still might do that.
Yeah.
Well,
Andrew,
I think touching it might be okay. Just don't try to use it.
Okay, I'll walk. Wait, the front is like where the antlers are.
Yes, that's the front. It's facing down towards the. Well, it'd be kind of facing. Yeah, it's facing down. It's facing down that way.
Is there any part of it I can touch besides like one of the? Wait, is it on like a podium or is it the legs that are on the ground?
It kind of almost doesn't like it has. It almost doesn't have legs. Like it's a big square thing.
Okay, so I could like just go touch the big.
Like it's kind of an abstract looking thing where it has like it's a big block, and then as it gets higher up, then it starts having more details. If that makes sense. So rather than having legs, it's a big block extending out from the ground, and then the upper half is where all the detail is, where it has like arms, kind of held out, and its head and the antlers with all the stars coming out of them.
Okay. the first thing I'm gonna do is slowly reach out my hand and touch like the base where there's not much detail, as long as I don't get any horrible feelings as I'm doing it.
Okay. When you touch it, you feel something reaching out into your mind. You may, at this point, make a will save and pull back if you don't want to continue.
Can I ask you, does it feel like intrusive or like greeting, like nice? Do I feel like something's attacking my mind or just slowly like seeping into my mind?
You feel like something is kind of like it feels like it's surrounding your mind, I guess.
Okay, I'll
There's nothing really positive or negative to it beyond that, but
can I just like not try and stop it and just like give into it and see what happens?
Yeah,
if you want. That's why I'm asking. You can fail to save basically.
I
okay.
Oh my god!
So
I did that.
everything around you kind of like blacks out, and your perception becomes overwhelmed with this with an otherworldly sensation. So you are basically, you see yourself surrounded by like an alien looking world, and it's like tall mountains on all sides, a burning red sky around you, and in front of you you see a two-headed jackal, basically, standing there. At first it isn't looking at you, but as like you mentally are there, you see the heads turn towards you and look at you.
What's a jackal?
Basically
like a dog-like thing.
Yeah, like a gnoll would look like, kind of. It looks
like
it basically
sort of like a hyena.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you right now, you already know that you are seeing what appears to be Daklar Sar.
Okay, I'll let go. Or if I
Okay,
can if I let go?
Make a will save.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Shit.
Oh,
okay.
Rip Philippe.
So he then you realize then, like at first, he's kind of looking over and you don't think he sees you right away, and you want to like try to pull away and like get away before he sees you, but you can't. You're frozen in fear. And this thing, all of a sudden, you see it look right into your eyes. And at this point, then, you finally do break out. And you fall back from the statue, and you're back in the real world. But you take 3 damage of wisdom and charisma.
Oh snap.
So now he's even dumber.
Well,
yeah.
Less likable and not as street smarts. He still has this intelligence.
And you are also shaken for probably like an hour.
Okay. I'm just gonna relax or something. Oh god. I'm just like completely not even hardly here. I'm like, so I'm so scared I can hardly talk, and I look horrible and terrified, and
oh yeah, everyone can immediately tell that you are not the same as you were before you touched it.
No, I don't want to be
like you're sweating and like breathing like.
Except probably nobody can tell because he's like, I'm over here fucking drawing shit, and I probably put my light on myself instead of on Philippe so that I can see what I'm drawing, and Tiki's
Well,
fucking blind, and Aelios is on the other fucking side of the
that's
hall.
true. I guess only Tiki might notice because he was within her like sight range, I believe. Well, actually, kind of right outside the edge of it after he fell down. So maybe nobody noticed to this. He's like freaked out. He doesn't tell anyone about it. He just goes over there.
I'm in fetal position in the corner and
yeah,
trying
I
to
don't
figure out
think
what happened.
I would have thought anything of it anyways.
okay.
Oh god.
Does this
Alright,
whole process make a noise?
I'm sure I fall and
No,
it makes a
only
noise.
well, oh yeah, maybe Philippe falling back, and like I said, if you maybe you would notice his breathing patterns. He scampers over there, being different and like. But other than that, no, like you don't. Nothing happens from the statue. This is all in Philippe's
I'm pretty
mind.
sure I would have been like making noise like afterwards, like, oh my god, what just happened? Oh,
Yeah, like maybe he
and then
probably
run away.
gasped. He probably gasped as he fell back from the statue, and like I said, he basically falls after he lets it go. He falls backwards away from it, like on his ass probably, and gasps as he does it. So like you might notice that. I mean, you're just kind of standing there at the edge
I
of
wouldn't
it.
notice it. There's a big thing in the way over here. I guess that's a rock.
Yeah, but you could still probably see part of it. It looks like to me, like it's not completely blocking. The place where he put his character in as he touched it near the front there.
Oh.
You would have seen that probably. So Tiki probably would have heard it at least, even if she didn't see couldn't really make out the whole thing. But you at least know that he got spooked by something. You guys do anything else?
Eventually, I will finish my drawing of the mural, and I want to make these drawings good, so I'm spending at least like tens of minutes on these drawings.
Right.
And I will eventually go in here to draw the artifact.
Okay.
Can I, so while I'm like freaking out and shaking and all that, can I pull out the mirror of mirror images and just look at myself in it?
I mean, I don't see why not. You can do whatever you want.
Okay, that's what I want to do.
Okay.
I'm just thinking like, why didn't you save me? I needed you, even though it makes no sense, but that's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Everyone roll a passive perception check. Well, not really so passive, but it's a perception check for a reason.
What's shaking?
Good reasons.
-1 or 2?
Would this qualify for Alias since he's so far
-2.
away?
Yes. You'll just have you'll need to roll a lot higher for it to be successful for what it needs to be against.
Computer work, please.
Ah, there we go. I was like, which freaking tab did I move off of from to get to this? Okay, so also everybody's going to need to roll initiative because something is going to be attacking. However, there will be a surprise round, and Philippe is going to get to act in the surprise round. So I think you guys should still be on the turn tracker as well.
What is my initiative? Okay. +6.
Okay. Perfect initiative.
Although, was that the 23?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
You sound not happy about that.
Well, it probably means all of my luck's going to go into that single roll.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough.
That's not how
How
it
rolling
works,
dice
but you can
works.
think that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not how math works, but, you know, I understand.
It's how Roll20 works.
I rolled
Does
3 20s in a row
Roll20 use
last
Riot's
Friday.
RNG system?
It double rolls a lot if you guys roll consecutively too quickly, or you roll the same thing from your character sheet a little bit later. I noticed, honestly. I used to bitch about that 2 years ago before I switched to Fantasy Grounds. That was like one of my biggest peeves.
I think that's just confirmation bias, but I don't know.
Do you hear me bitching about double rolls in Fantasy Grounds? I mean, they happen time to time, but not often.
Yes, I hear Pluto bitching about rolling 4s all fucking
Oh,
session.
yeah, but
for
they're
a
like
full fucking
2s and then
session.
4s and then a 5 and then a 4, you know, it's not
No,
double
he
rolling.
like seriously rolled 4 like 20 times in a row 2 weeks ago.
Okay, that one time.
Alright, so what you see here are these shadowy figures appear from this room over here.
Oh,
And
Toki.
let's go ahead and add some
Let's
turns
go
for them
out.
here. However, fortunately for Philippe, I'm going to delete some of these guys that aren't going to participate in this combat before I sort everything. He's not going to do anything. He's not going to do anything. This guy's not going to do anything. And then there's this guy. Okay, so it's still a surprise round, so only Philippe gets to act right now. So you notice all of a sudden as you're like, you know, admiring yourself in your mirror, like you catch a glimpse of these shadows appearing, coming towards you. What do you do? You get a single standard action you can take here.
I will. I will. Wait, how far can you run? You can run really far, right? 4 times?
You
Four
only have a
times.
You
standard
can't run because
action
you only have a
on your
standard action.
Oh, that's.
Oh, crap. I can.
Surprise round, yeah.
So I can move 30 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
think
was
that's my
very
first
pleased
instinct
to
is-
see you go over to this corner in particular.
Yeah. Wait, 5.
Since there's one
He
of them
also
you guys
doesn't
didn't.
fucking have light on him.
So I'll move 30 feet this way and be like, ah, monsters!
Okay.
And that's
so
it.
let's see. We're
Can I pull
still.
out my weapon while I move? Is that legit?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I will
That's
do that.
fine. And you already have the mirror out, so that's kind of
Mirror's in-
neat.
Yeah, put the mirror in my left hand, or maybe it already was. I didn't specify, but I'll pull out the weapon with my right hand because I'm right-handed.
Okay. I mean, swapping hands is a free action, I think, anyway. Alright, that's fair enough. And then on their surprise round, so nobody else is able to act yet, but on their turn, they're going to run over to you. Both going to run over to you. And yeah, it's going to be fun. So they try to... Actually, it's surprise round, so they can't do anything else. They just run up to you.
Still scary.
Cycle through everything, and... Whoops. Let's see here. Actually, we go to the top of the turn order, so it's going to be... Aelios, you gotta go first. So you probably can't see that far, but you do hear, like, Philippe yelling about monsters attacking him or something from the back of this large, like, cathedral. So what do you do?
Gonna move here, and then I'm assuming whenever I get here I can kind of see what's going on.
Yeah, it's dim light in
Probably
here.
not, unless there's some light source.
There
this
is.
all
It's the
dark,
statue.
right? Oh, the
No,
statue
the
is the light
statue.
source? Okay.
The statue is giving off dim light, basically, for the...
Okay.
Basically,
Then-
this entire room is dim light. You couldn't see anything from where the shadows came out of. That's like dark over there, but of course they're now out in the dim light now.
And then I can double move and pull out my weapons, right?
Yeah.
Move over here by Tiki.
Okay. Amber, I'm gonna assume you hear Philippe yelling, even though you're out there. So what do you do?
Yeah, probably. It's not a very high DC. I can roll a perception if you'd like.
I don't care. I'm just gonna say you hear it.
Okay, so I said I had my book out and I had my writing implements out. I'm going to, like, move action to put those down. Like,
Okay.
neatly, so I can go pick them up. And I'll move over here.
Okay.
Let me mark where my books are. In case it's important.
All right. Philippe, you have these two shadowy forms coming in. They're floating in the air, and they just flew over to you.
Can I do a full withdrawal action?
Yep, you can move up to double your move speed away from them as a full move action, or full round action.
Okay, that's what I do.
Okay. On this one's turn, it's going to do the select move tool. Can it get you? It's going to charge you. I'm gonna fly over and charge you. So I'll hold off until rolling any. Well, or announcing the results, I guess. Well, no, I don't know. Let's see here. It's +6. I know you have like the mirror thing you can do as an immediate action, right? So.
Yeah.
Does a 13 hit your touch AC?
I think, do I have to do the mirror thing before you roll the attack, though?
Oh, you might be right, so I probably shouldn't have rolled that already. Do you want to use the mirror?
No, I won't be. And it's not just because I see the results, because I haven't been hit yet, so I'm brave and unwise.
Okay. Does a 13 hit your touch AC?
Wait, does matching it hit touch it, or matching it
Yep,
hit?
matching
Yeah,
hits.
matching it touch.
Crap, yeah,
It
that
hit.
hits.
Oh, you lose 6 strength damage.
Don't die to that, Jesus.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah,
Are you
you
okay?
don't die to the strength damage.
Yeah.
That would be bad.
That's true too. I guess I meant it. Like, seriously.
Tiki's turn. So you just saw the shadow run over and touch Philippe, and you could just see Philippe's
How do you die
strength
to strength damage?
draining out of him. Well, normally you
You
don't,
can't.
but you can sometimes if there's specific cases where it happens.
Yeah. Like this.
You have to be drained to 0 and then, like, be coup de grace, right? Or
No.
be drained below 0, is it?
No.
Well, if somebody wants to roll a knowledge religion check on these things, you might be able to know more.
I will when I get closer.
So Tiki, what do you do? You just saw Philippe get the strength drained out of him. Like you can just see the life draining out of him as this thing runs up and touches
They're
him.
Dementors.
Okay. As much as her jaw will drop, it will.
It probably can drop it pretty big. She's a fucking toad or frog person.
Yeah.
God.
Like holy shit! Look how much the jaw can drop.
I've never seen one of these before.
If you have knowledge religion, you can know more about it.
I don't. I'm just trying to think if I want to.
You could do something really weird, like be like, I go touch the statue mid-combat.
Is that like a hint? Like, what the hell's that?
No.
No.
Don't do that.
It's just like the thing you're talking about where people like go and open
Open the
doors
doors,
randomly in the middle of
yeah.
combat and things like that. It's like, I'm gonna do something really stupid in the middle of combat.
Yeah, it's just the truth is she doesn't
I love
know
when
what's
people
gonna
do that
work.
though. It's hilarious.
I guess it can't hurt to try. She's gonna try to cast Forbid Action on it. Enchantment Compulsion,
Okay.
Mind Affecting. I'm not gonna know whether or not it's gonna work, I guess, other than whether or not it actually works. So we'll save DC 16.
It doesn't do anything to it.
Alright, there goes my spell. Anyway, she's like, don't touch my friends!
Okay.
Darn.
Man, poor Philippe here. The other one runs up and tries to attack him as well. Do you want to use the mirror this time?
Yeah. Even though the mirror's like a full, like for every attack or whatever for the round, if it doesn't get shattered. Yes, I want to use it. I'm very sad.
This is going to be versus touch AC, but does 11 hit your touch AC?
No.
But it is within 5 of it, right?
Yeah. So
okay,
it
so
shatters it?
It shatters the mirror image instead. And it's now Aelios' turn. So you see these shadows, these shadowy figures, and they just flew over and they're trying to claw with their shadowy appendages on Philippe. If you have knowledge religion, you can know more about these things.
No, I don't. But no, I wouldn't know about what happened to that item Philippe had. I wouldn't know that.
No.
What?
One thing.
You put that item on the ground and.
Well, you might have saw actually when he kicked it away from the.
I kicked it back here and it was glowing red.
It's actually still sitting like over here somewhere.
I thought he picked it back up.
No, he left it over there, and it's much duller now. Like when he was holding it next to the statue, it was like burning, like it just came off a forge or something. Now it just kind of has this kind of more dull look to it, like it is slowly cooling off, maybe.
Okay, well.
So what do you want to do about these insubstantial forms swarming around Philippe?
I'm going to cast Shield on Philippe.
I don't think you can do that, actually, because it's a self-cast spell, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, dang, you're right.
That wouldn't help anyway.
Yeah,
yeah, because they're touch AC. That's right.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna hit that one.
Okay. Do your weapons have any special properties?
At the moment, no.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh my god, you're so evil.
I'm gonna Blood Rage first.
I know exactly what's happening.
Yeah, I know.
But my character doesn't know. At least not yet.
You might even know what these actually are already without even having to roll in knowledge religion. Probably just the fact that I'm asking for knowledge religion might tell enough.
I know exactly what they are. But...
I have a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
So, My weapons are considered magic
Okay, that's good
All
to know.
the time, or when you're raging?
when I'm raging.
And you're raging
Are
right
you
now,
raging?
right?
Yes, I'm raging. I'm clicking buttons so my calculator updates.
Yeah, I gotcha. Using Hero Lab for that, or still using the Excel sheet
Uh,
right now?
Excel sheet. I haven't been able to convert it over yet.
Okay, I believe that hits. Yep. Okay, it takes, like you notice that as you swing through it, let me just double check here. You said they count as magical, right? So
Yeah, it counts as, yeah.
as you swing through it, it does look like it does look like you damaged it, like it, like some of, like you swing through it and like it doesn't look like it, like they're I'll just say they're incorporeal. They aren't, so it doesn't look like you fully damage it, but it does look like some of where you swipe through, like most of it starts kind of regaining its form, but it does look like it's not as substantial as it was before. It's somewhat more insubstantial than it was before, basically. So you do a little bit of damage to it.
Okay.
All right, Amber's turn.
I'm gonna come out over here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna knowledge these things.
Okay, it's knowledge religion. Okay, you know
Hopefully
that
that's
these are shadows. They are an undead creature. They are incorporeal, and they drain people's strength. If you strength drain down to 0, you die, which normally doesn't happen. Normally when you get strength to 0, you're just in a coma. But if you get strength drained to 0 from these things, you die and become a shadow creature yourself.
Dun dun dun.
I will say, be careful about how much these guys touch you. They can kill you, and I know that incorporeal creatures, you need magic weapons to deal damage
You need
to,
magic
right?
weapons to do damage to them, and even then it's only half damage unless you have a ghost touch weapon.
Or you're incorporeal to yourself.
And I will say you need magic to
That's
deal
true
damage
too.
to
If
these
you
things.
turn yourself incorporeal, you can do full damage to these things.
We don't have the means to do that.
Dang it, level 4s.
And I am going to do some damage to them using force.
Okay.
I'm gonna fucking magic missile this bitch that Alias is at.
Okay.
Ooh. There we go.
Okay. You hit it, and it hisses at you, but it is still standing.
Oh, it hisses. Damn. Hiss back.
Philippe.
Well, what I heard was if I get killed by this thing, I turn into a shadow, and only shadows can hurt shadows.
No. You turn into a shadow that tries to kill us.
Oh, okay.
Your logic is superior. I
I'm
think
pretty
you should go
unwise.
with it.
And I didn't tell you that. I told you that be careful how much
kidding.
they touch you because they can kill you.
Imagine if he never consults the party.
So, can I full withdraw through threatened squares?
You can, but they provoke. Aside from the first one, you can full withdraw not in straight lines though. So like you could do something like this.
How far can you full withdraw?
He would still provoke,
double your
though,
movement
doing
speed.
that.
But you would provoke one attack of opportunity like this.
You're pretty much going to have to provoke an attack opportunity from this bottom one no matter what you do if you do a withdraw action.
Unless, yeah, okay.
If you have acrobatics, you can avoid it potentially.
I think that's a good idea.
You'd have to move at half speed through those squares you're doing the acrobatics move, but
So I
And
can
you're not
acrobatics
full
through this
withdrawing.
square.
You have to
Yeah.
acrobatics through 2 squares.
I could
The
acrobatics
square you're in.
out and then double move, or acrobatics and then single
Yeah,
move.
yeah,
I mean.
you could. Yeah,
Yeah.
you could do an acrobatics and still double move even too. But yeah, you're gonna have to use
Okay,
20
let's
feet
do
of
that.
movement to go those 10 feet basically with the acrobatics.
Okay.
And if you
well,
fail
I'll
it,
do
If
that.
you fail the acrobatics, you get hit by 2 of them, perhaps.
That's okay, I'll do that.
Whereas if you full withdraw, you definitely get hit, but only by 1.
Nah, I'm an acrobat
Okay.
at heart. And I can add inspiration to this if I choose, so don't tell me right
Yep,
away.
I know. I'm
I think I'll call that good enough.
You sure you want to gamble on that?
Well, I was until you just said that. Just to like
I mean,
back out.
it's not hard
Is
for their
really high?
CMB or D to be high.
Oh, is that what this check is? Is there?
It's versus their
Versus their
CMD.
CMD.
Correct.
Wait, it's versus their CMD.
It's
Yes.
versus their CMD, yeah. And if you're going through their squares, their CMD plus 5. That's how the
But he's
acrobatics
not.
works.
I didn't
You're
know
not
that.
going
Okay,
through a
yeah,
square though. You're
I'll
just
add
running
it.
past. You're running through a threatened square, so you just have to beat the CMD.
And actually, I can. I could use a luck point instead of a inspiration point if I chose. But I'll just use an inspiration die first. I got 2, so that's 25.
Okay, is that gonna be enough? You think?
You know, it's life and death. I'll add a luck point to it too, which lets me roll a d6, and if I get a 6, I can roll another d6 for free,
Oh man.
like that.
Okay, go ahead and roll another one for free then.
So, yeah, so that's 11, 12, 13 plus 22, 23, so 36.
Yeah. Okay, so
That's
do you
all
think
I got.
36 is gonna be good enough?
There's nothing else I
I
can
guess
do.
It
you,
has to
okay,
be
well
good
then
enough at this point.
it is good enough. You
Okay.
managed to tumble past them, and there's nothing they can do about it. And now you may move freely with the other, let's see, the other 10 of your movement action, and then if you want to, you can take additional move beyond that as a standard action if you'd like.
10 to here.
Actually, it's 34 because he's shaken, right?
Oh god.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you didn't apply the shaken penalty to that, but it's still good enough.
Okay. I think, was that the 30 spot? Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm
Philippe
going for
tumbles
the
away.
thing.
Tumbles away to get away from these things. Um,
And now I have 1 luck point left of 2 and 5 inspiration dice of 6. No, 6 of 7.
I thought you used some in the last fight.
So this thing
In
just-
the fight, unlikely. It was
I don't
only for, like,
remember.
acrobatics.
We've had 2 fights today already because you guys fought against the illusionist with his 2 thugs, and you also fought against those orcs on the way up here too. That fight was pretty easy. The only one that got hurt was Varon, who's just over here not getting involved. He's cowering. He's like, "Holy shit, what did I get into? This mine actually is haunted." So this guy's gonna. He just saw Amber shoot a magic missile at, so he's gonna come over here and go after Amber.
Probably gonna hit.
This is gonna be versus your touch AC, and it is a 22 versus touch
that
AC.
I should have stayed in tanked with my mirrors.
You take 4 strength damage.
Okay. I'm not liking this.
Tiki.
I'm still up.
Okay. Well. Shit. Okay. Yeah, the problem with restoration is like 3-round cast, so no thank you. I'm going to try. First, I'm gonna 5-foot step over here. And I'm gonna cast Glitter Dust. I'm gonna hope I can blind the one next to Amber. DC 17.
Let me just make sure here. I think that'll work against him. I don't see why not.
Yeah, they have eyes. Unless they have like blind sense and blind whatever.
The glitter dust
See,
just
it's
falls right through
it's
them.
not considered a mind affecting, is it?
It's conjuration, isn't it? Yeah, it's
Well,
conjuration.
sometimes those are.
It doesn't say mind affecting.
Yeah, it's probably fine then. Let's see, gotta check.
Conjuration creation, nothing about mind affecting.
Yeah, I think it's
Will
gonna be
negates
working.
blinding
So,
only.
which one are you casting out on again?
Next to Amber.
The one next to Amber, and you're doing it basically kind of over the statue, so it doesn't hit anybody else. Okay.
Right.
It gets a will save, DC 17, you said? And I'm gonna roll this in the open.
I guess I should have stood right here to appropriately target it.
Huh? You get 5-foot step back.
No, like the cone would have hit Amber by all
It's not a
technical-
cone.
Not a cone.
It's not a cone.
Oh.
It's a radius spread.
Oh, yeah, okay. God, for some reason. I was
It's
thinking-
not color spray.
Yeah, I think that's probably what's in my mind.
Ooh,
Oh.
bad luck. It is not blinded, but it is outlined in glitter now.
Yeah.
Sort of. I mean,
So it can't hide in the shadows. There's that. They have good stealth in darkness. I know that.
Yep.
Well,
Well,
I tried. Good luck, guys. I'll see what I can do next round.
These guys seem evil, but they're perfectly fine being in the statue light that was burning the evil artifact. That's
So this thing just got hit by Aelios. It's going to kind of move down with 5-foot fly, and it's going to try to hit Aelios since it's the only target it can hit right now. This is going to be versus your touch AC. It is another 20.
God.
So I'm guessing that hits your touch AC.
Yes.
You take 3 strength damage.
Okay.
Although the good news is odd number strength damage rounds down effectively, so it's going to be effectively like only taking 1 strength damage. Until you take
another.
Not when you're on an even.
No, the way it works in Pathfinder is like you basically for every 2 you get a -1 to your modifier. Like it's kind of weird. If you're on 13 and you take 1 strength damage, it should lower you to 12 kind of, right? But it doesn't basically, if that makes sense. It still works like it was 13. Or the other way
So I
around, if you're at
put
12.
3
If
in
you're
my
at 12 and it
penalty
lowers
box.
it if you're at 12 and it lowers you to 1, like by 1, you'd think you'd go to 11, but you're still effectively more like at 12. You get the same modifier.
it affects your carrying capacity, though.
It does affect your carrying capacity, that's true.
So
But it doesn't
I put
affect your modifiers
3
until
in
you
the
take
penalty
it.
box.
So it affects
Okay.
his modifier by 1, but not by 2, which is
It
nice.
should only affect your modifier by 1.
It affects my
spreadsheet might
modifier
not-
by 2.
Yeah, the spreadsheet's not doing it correctly then, but that's fine.
Thought I was using Hero Light.
Not for this character. He's still using his old spreadsheet because he made this character
Ah.
before Hero Lab. All right, so it's your turn.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe enter it as 2 damage on the spreadsheet and just remember that it's 3. Put a note somewhere.
Huh. I don't know what to do.
Just attack him. You have magic
Attack
weapons.
full round the guy who you hit last round.
Sure, yeah.
He doesn't know how many hit points this thing
I don't
has,
think there's many
though.
other options besides running
Well, if
away.
it doesn't go down soon,
Okay,
then
that hits,
we
and that also
flee.
hits. So you hit with 2 attack. That's 4 16s in a row for anybody counting. That's funny.
Wow.
Okay, hold on a minute. You gotta roll your... Are those both attacks combined into 1 damage roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some DR stuff going on here, so how much is
You
the
subtract
first
the
one, and
DR
how much is
twice.
+8.
how much is the second one?
+4.
The first one's +8, and the second one's +4. So we're looking at 11 and 9.
Wait, shouldn't it be +9 and plus... Because he had a +10 modifier before.
But strength damage, right?
You only got -1
yeah,
for
it
that.
only drains it by 1 point.
It drained me by 2 points.
Were you not here for
Right,
the
but the
conversation we had about how
modifier
that's
is only
wrong?
by 1.
Yeah, your modifier only goes down by 1 for taking
So,
free strength
Ron,
damage.
you calculate the minus modifier separate from your actual ability score modifier. So
Okay.
take the minus. So the page is doing it wrong. So take the
Yeah,
minus
if-
No, the
number,
page is doing it right.
round
I
it
just don't have a
up
way to
to
take
the
strength
every other
damage,
2.
apparently.
I mean, if you're just changing your strength on the sheet, I guess,
Yeah, you can do that too.
then that's probably
Just remember
where
to
it'd
put it
be,
back
because
out later.
you can't just lower your
Yeah.
strength by 2. That won't
I
do
get
it,
it.
or by
Yeah,
3.
I get it.
That won't actually do it correctly.
So I need to... I'll put 3 there. Put 2 there. Okay, so yeah, it'd be 9 and 5.
So it's
12 and 10.
12 and 10.
Okay. So you manage to, with that second attack, you manage to dissipate the shadow, and it kind of swirls away and hisses as it does, and it disappears.
Oh.
Amber's turn.
I'm gonna
So you only have
5
one
foot
of these
step
now.
back,
Okay.
and I'm gonna magic missile it. I could probably use a cantrip, but I'm gonna magic missile it. Because I still have those.
Okay. I mean, keep in mind this one isn't
Average
actually taking any
damage.
damage yet. Okay, you hit it with some magic missiles, and it is now Philippe's turn.
Well, I know I need a magic weapon to hit him, and I know I don't have one. So, and there's literally nothing else I can do to help the combat besides what I'm about to do,
Yeah.
which is
Nothing.
run up here and be like,
Give a
haha,
great
Shadow,
speech.
you ain't nothing, and taunt it. I don't know, legit taunt, I guess. But that's my plan.
You gonna try to attack it or anything like that?
No. I'm gonna just run up and taunt it.
Okay.
Is there a roll for that?
I'm Not that I can think of.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's certain abilities.
How about intimidate?
I mean, you can try intimidating if you'd like, but keep in mind it. Yeah, I mean, you can try. It is a shadow.
It's okay. I'm gonna try and intimidate it. There's no point in rolling, but it'll make me feel better. Not a 16. We did it.
Okay, well, it's you. You say something super scary to it, but it doesn't seem to really notice.
Yep, that's
Well,
the play right
I
there.
say that, but it is going to try to attack you. So, do you want to do your mirror thing?
Yep.
I think you still have a charge left on it, at least one.
I have 2, I think. Did I use any in the earlier fights today? I don't think I did.
You might have with the orcs. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm thinking I didn't.
I knew he fucking
Does a
blew
12
his fog
hit your
cloud
touch
and...
AC?
It's within 5 of the shadow touch AC.
Well,
But no.
But it doesn't hit you though. Okay, so it just takes out the shadow, the mirror image then.
Wait,
Okay.
even if it hit my touch AC, it wouldn't hit me though, right?
It wouldn't hit him
it'd
because of the way that mirror works, right? It's not like
I think
mirror
that mirror
image, it just
isn't
hits
like
the
mirror image. It just hits the image, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I don't know. What's the name of that mirror again? Let me look that up.
Mirror of mirror image. Well, I have it written down as mirror of mirror image thing. I'm pretty sure that's not the actual name.
It's not
mirror
the actual
of
name.
something illusions, I think.
Mirror of guarding reflections is what it's called.
Oh, okay.
Go write that down.
I like mirror of mirror image more.
No, because if we're gonna ask you again, we need official names and rules.
I did.
You need to be able to go look up the rule.
Yeah, this is like the 4th time we've looked it up. I thought we'd have it down by now.
Well, if you knew the name.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. Yeah, that's how it works.
Okay.
Yeah, it hits the mirror image.
I think there's 1 use left on it after this. I'm fairly certain we didn't use it, or I didn't use it earlier.
All right, it's Tiki's turn now.
It looks like it gets hit by the whatchamacallit, the bad luck though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it does.
If it misses it, or no, if it kills it, it gets bad
If it
luck.
hits the mirror image, yeah.
I don't think that would have affected anything earlier.
Who looks worse?
From the earlier
Philippe
mirror
or
Oh, cool! I have all my
Amber?
tax stuff now. I can do my taxes now.
Philippe probably.
No, I'm fine.
Philippe,
I mean, I have strength
no,
damage,
Philippe
but...
definitely does because he also has like damage, wisdom damage, and charisma damage. Like Philippe,
it's not
have they taken
necessarily
any
shown
actual
on
damage?
him though.
Nah.
nope,
He
just
took strength
strength
damage.
damage.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not at full HP, but I'm really close. Isn't there a spell that like gives me my attributes back? That's a good one. I know you don't have it now, but that's a good one.
Yes, but it takes 3 rounds to cast.
Yeah. That's my problem here.
That's
Called
what you were talking
Lesser
about earlier.
Restoration.
Okay, I see.
But I don't want to... I can only do 2 of those right
yep,
now
for sure.
I already burnt a glitter dust. And I tried forbid action, that didn't work. Nobody's hurt, nobody's feared. So, yeah. I'm going to...
Yeah, I think it does. It does still let you do the 1d2. You have a chance to hit the normal target when the mirror image comes up.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about like you're forced to attack like you always hit the mirror image.
Yeah.
It just says it functions like a mirror image.
Yeah. If it
And
mentions
if
mirror image,
it has a
should
bonus
work like
effect
it.
if you hit it. Yeah, if it has a bonus effect if you do manage to break the mirror image, though.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, which I actually missed, I think, last time. Something hit the mirror image and I forgot about it.
We've never played that before.
No, it's fine. According to
We have done it that way
his
before in some
reading,
ways.
it makes sense.
We have done it that way, at least with the, I don't know, we might have done it differently with like the very first one that you try to use it on, but I know we've done it that way with like when you have one up and a second person tries to attack you. But I think that's how it works for all the attacks.
Well, I'm going to... there's really nothing I can do. So I'm going to 5-foot step here and begin casting Lesser Restoration.
Okay. It's Aelios' turn now.
Okay. I'm gonna 5-foot step and full round attack it.
Okay. Too bad Philippe didn't position himself slightly better. He could have had a flank.
I'm not sure if Philippe has a... Would Philippe even count as threatening?
Can I flank with a weapon that doesn't hit it? I think it would.
That's a good question. I think technically it would,
so.
but it is kind of silly to be like, yeah,
Well,
I
that
have
makes
this
sense,
rapier
so
that's
GM
non-magical,
might
so
not.
I can't even hurt you. Like you'd think he'd be able to just ignore you. All right, well, whatever the case is, the 24 hits at least, and let me double check. The 14 might. No, the 14 doesn't. So you hit with one attack.
Okay.
Big one.
Okay.
Shouldn't that be plus 10?
No.
He has
No.
strength damage.
He has strength damage.
Right, but last time it was plus 10 with the strength damage, wasn't it?
No, it was plus 9.
it was plus 9.
Oh, okay. My bad.
He had it as plus 8 originally, though. That was what was wrong. And you're like, no, it should be plus 9. All right, so you do as before. You hit it, and you do see like you see spots, like a spot where you slash through it, where like the shadows are having a hard time reforming a little bit, but it doesn't. Like I said, it doesn't feel like you connect with anything really. You just swipe through nothing, and it didn't do full damage. Amber's turn.
I'll 5-foot step right here.
Okay.
And I'm going to magic missile it again.
Okay. And that is just enough that it shrieks and the shadows dissipate, swirl around, and poof away
Going to
back into the
Unrage.
darkness. Okay. And yeah, we're no longer in combat, so you may now move out of turn.
Okay.
And I suppose I will be Lesser Restoration?
Technically it's a touch, so I can deliver it to anybody.
Oh, okay.
Should I just give one to both of you guys then? Because that's all I got is 2 casts.
What does it do, or what does it do?
Here, this is the first one for
Sure.
Philippe. Plus 4.
What does that do?
It restores 4 of your strength.
What about my wisdom and charisma?
No. Unless she says she's doing those specifically.
Yeah, she has to pick what she's trying to heal.
Okay, so yeah, because I don't know how the spell works. So you pick one attribute and restore 4 of that attribute?
Yes.
And the caster picks, not the receiver.
Yeah.
Your strength is more important anyways, so...
I assume you did strength, yeah.
Yeah. What are you at strength-wise now? Negative-wise.
I look a little weak.
Just give me a number.
I think he's at
2,
12.
-2.
Yeah, he
that's
took a full. He took the full
So
6 damage max roll.
it? Okay.
I'm at 12.
Amber, how much
My
did
usual
you
is
take?
14, so not a big deal.
I'm currently at 8. My max is 12.
Let's get Amber up.
Very nice.
Double rolls, bitches. No, these are D4s. It's gonna happen often.
Yeah. It's
So good.
not.
It's 1 in 16 to roll double 4s.
Yep,
Not
it's pretty
super,
good.
super rare. If nothing else seems to be coming after us, I'm gonna go pick up my book.
Okay.
And
Wait, what were those things?
I told you they were shadows.
Varen's gonna kind of venture
No, you just
forward and be like,
told me that they were gonna kill me.
so
I
he
needed
says, I know I said I was gonna, like, pay you back based off of what we get out of this mine, but I'm starting to think it might not be worth it.
Oh, that was just what was that, actually?
I'm starting to think this place might actually be haunted.
Mm.
It might.
There's a great unknown power here. I felt it.
I mean, unless you guys think that you just clear, like it's clear now, but
Tiki just shrugs.
I'm definitely not. I'm definitely no expert on these sorts of strange
Is there
magics.
anything I know about shadows and their do they come in greater numbers after we've
Or what
taken some
causes
of them
them
out?
to come.
If they manage
Do they
the
return in
kill,
greater number?
then yeah.
I mean, you do know, yeah, that if a shadow kills something else, it spawns it as another shadow.
Okay, but that didn't happen here.
Not
Well, there might
here,
be more
at
than
least.
2.
I mean, you haven't fully explored everywhere here, so.
It's true.
Well, we have.
But you do know that a shadow is something that can be created. It can be created through spells, like Raise Dead or something, but it could also be created. Sometimes they just come on their own through very, like, traumatic events.
Right.
Do I see any more shadows in the room?
No, you just go there by yourself.
Yeah. I'm very unwise
Well,
right now.
it's really dark when you look in there. So unless do you have like a torch or a light spell or something?
I'll light a torch.
Okay. So yeah, it's really gruesome, or would have been. You see like some skeletons on the wall, like at the edge of the walls there, and they're like, I don't know, roll a perception check, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, so you can tell pretty clearly. It looks like that some of these skeletons on the wall look like they were perhaps tied and tortured here. The way that they are, there's like skeletons kind of basically like over like go against the walls, kind of like here and here. That look like they were, like I said, like they were tied up there and tortured, perhaps.
How
That's your
many
best guess, at
skeletons
least.
do we see in this room?
You do see two
Yeah.
of them in there.
Okay.
I have a light spell on me.
Okay. Yeah, between the torch that Philippe lit and the light spell, and you guys can see this just fine. You also notice that, like, there appears to be more signs of, like, a fight that happened in here, perhaps. And, but other than that, yeah, like, that's your best guess, is you think that maybe these two here were perhaps tortured, and maybe that's where you figured maybe that's where the shadows came from.
I want to examine
Or Amber,
the
at
rest
least,
of
might
the
have seen
mine
that.
and continue to try to study the artifact.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell the dwarf guy. I'm pretty sure those two shadows were the only ones. I don't think there's any more, but we'll be here for a little bit just in case more show up. As you can see, they're no match for us. And then I'm like,
You want to try to convince him? Like
yeah,
diplomacy roll.
definitely. It's affected. Plus, I'm shaken, so I get -2 on top of that.
Yeah.
Oh,
You have some pretty steep penalties to diplomacy right now.
why are you
Okay.
still shaking?
Yeah, he is.
Fortunately,
He's shaken
though.
for like an
I'm
hour.
assuming the
Oh.
shaken
For
lasts
an
a
hour.
while.
Yikes.
Yeah, I said it was. He's
Yeah.
shaken for 1 hour.
Okay.
Fortunately, though, that's enough. He's like, well, I mean, I did hire you guys to clear out what I thought was a haunted mine, and I guess it turns out it was haunted after all.
Don't worry, we've dealt with things much more evil than these.
Still, this statue thing here really does make me uneasy.
It's actually a statue. Wait, do I know if the guy was a god of good? The sea guy? Where's my notes?
Well, because this god
Kukanis.
is so old, and it's one of those things where like you're not really sure 100%, but you assume he probably was.
He
Like I said,
probably
you do
is
know.
because he was killed by Lamashtu, not that Lamashtu wouldn't kill another evil god.
Right, I mean,
and
demon
was a
lords
mentor
have.
to Desna.
Yep, that's the main thing. Is he was Desna's mentor.
Okay.
So
So
the
I'll say
fact that
this
he.
is actually a statue of a good god, of an ancient god, Kukanis. He's not a god anymore. He was killed, but this thing, if anything, will protect you. It's a good.
This is out of character. But are you sure you want to be saying that after you experienced what you experienced when you touched it?
Forgot about that, but I'll just say this is a statue of a good god. I think it's been tainted by evil, but if we can remove that, then it should be, more of a good omen than bad.
Well, I guess you guys know more about this sort of thing than I do, but it still makes me uneasy. But
Well,
I think I will consider at least trying to get some of the mithril out of this mine. Of course, take whatever time you need. And he goes back and he's talking to the miners here about trying to work out a deal to get them to stay and work for him now instead of the other guy.
So I feel a little bit better about everything. I want to share with the party what happened when I touched the statue, because I don't think any of them really know.
Thank you.
I mean, there's a lot going on, okay, to be fair. This was like the first chance. I was too shaken and stuff before.
You're still just as shaken, technically.
I'm just as shaken, but I'm more used to being shaken. I'm not quite as shocked and whatever. Like
You're used to being terrified now. This is just a natural state of being.
But whenever I do this sort of stuff, like, I like to make it a little bit more realistic where, like, at first I'm going to be, like, not knowing what to say or do, and then, yeah, I still have the same penalty, but, like, now that, I fought some evil stuff, or tried to tank for some evil stuff, I feel a little bit better. In my mind, the rolling and everything's the same, but to me it makes sense that now I can explain what happened, and, it seems like a good time.
So in that case, Tiki doesn't need to remove fear. Yeah, you'll be fine.
No, it was just a really scary experience, seeing a god like that, in my mind, like it felt like I was there, but I wasn't, and he saw me. Like I don't know, I can't explain what it was, but it was really scary.
So you're saying your mind traveled to a different place and you saw Daklao Sar?
I guess that what that was. Or maybe his mind traveled here and surrounded mine. I don't know who went where.
Perhaps you just sleep and dream.
Well, I mean, Desna is the goddess of dreams. It's possible.
That might be a clue into the effects of this artifact. Let us explore the rest of the mine and
Maybe
thoroughly
we should try
examine
and
this
use
room
it.
again.
Okay.
Try to use this? I think that's a terrible idea when we have no idea what it does.
It travels you to Declassar.
And why would I want
Yeah,
to
that's a
travel
bad
to an
idea.
evil servant of Lamashtu?
That's a bad idea. Sorry.
Uh,
I'm very unwise. I don't know what's gotten into me. I just I don't know what to think anymore. The power of Declassar was overwhelming.
Yeah, let's go look around some more.
Okay.
So I think we looked over in this direction. We looked over in this direction. We didn't find anything. There seemed to be something over here. I'll ping. I'll try to ping.
Yeah, there's another part of the mine over there.
That we haven't investigated.
Wait, I didn't see a ping. Where was it?
It was near the entrance to the mine. Over here.
Oh, I forgot about that. That's true.
I'm not sure that'll lead to anything substantial, but you know, who knows? Might
It
as
might
well
meet
try.
up with the other end over here or something.
And, well, it might, but we don't know.
I'm gonna look at this rubble or whatever it is.
Well, why don't we all go together in case something pops out and tries to attack us, like more shadows?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll go with you. We're all in this together, right?
yeah. Tiki pats Philippe on the side and says,
Amber will have
"You're gonna
taken
be
off
okay."
her glasses.
Is that like Amber's seriousness?
Yeah, that's Amber's serious mode.
Just like I gotta take my glasses off. I'm in serious mode now.
Yep. It's like when the student council president pushes up his glasses.
Okay.
Oh.
So
idea who
as
that
you guys
is.
are getting over there, Varen's over here like, man, what am I gonna do? He says, what am I gonna do with this troublemaker here, though?
Which one? The wizard?
Yeah.
Did I take his
I think
spellbook?
you could... I believe you might have.
I think
don't
so.
remember.
I think we took all his stuff.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I took his spellbook. I know I took his Cloak of Resistance, because I'm wearing it.
Yeah. I think you also made like a deal with the thugs, and that's why they helped break down this wall.
Yep.
I think I also took a wand. Yeah, I took a wand of invisibility from him. I don't think I took his spellbook.
In case he doesn't have access to it at the moment because he's tied up.
Yeah, we made a deal with the thugs that if they helped us break down this wall, they could go. and I made a deal with him that if he gave me the robe, I would undeafen him, which I did. So I pretty much fucking mugged him, but it was after he mugged me first.
Yeah, so it's fair.
Did he mug you?
All's fair in love and murder hoboing.
I didn't murder
I think
him.
that's true. You just hoboed him, I guess. To be fair, he's also kind of a murder hobo, and was trying to murder hobo you
he
guys
tried
first.
to murder hobo me first.
This is
I just
murder
took
hobo.
his stuff when I defeated
Murder
him in his
hobo.
murder hoboing.
Yeah, it's murder hobo warfare. It's the
Oh,
worst.
Jesus. Okay.
Alright.
Alias, are
So
you
yeah,
coming with us?
he's sitting here thinking about like, am I just gonna have to let this guy go? Because he kind of wants to sit here and oversee his mine now that he's finally got access to his family's mine. Do you guys go just past these guys then, or?
Yeah, I'll pass them for now.
I'm gonna say these two, the thug guys actually probably were given permission to leave, so I'm just gonna remove them here.
That's
Unless you guys objected to that, but Varen would have said, okay, yeah, you guys helped them break down this wall like they wanted. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Do you guys walk back over here then?
I tell Varen that we're inspecting the rest of the mine. You're welcome to come with us if you'd like.
He says go ahead and do your thing, and goes back to trying to convince these miners to stay who aren't really terribly convinced they want to.
I'm not sure I want to.
Yep, we're going in here.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and reveal the whole thing. So yeah, this just looks like another part of the mine, and
I'll look around.
yeah.
This wall looks pretty smooth over here.
So starting from in here and then going through like the entire place again while not looking at the artifact, I'm gonna be detecting magic and going through the place.
Okay. So you don't detect any magic. Yeah, you do notice that the walls are fairly smooth, but that's also because, as you probably can guess, this is an extension of the mine, and so this part was mined out this way. They chipped away this huge section here looking for ore, basically.
Okay. And I'm not going to micro where I'm looking, I'll just macro that I'm doing this throughout the rest of the cavern and back in the room where there was the artifact, but not specifically at the artifact.
Okay.
Do I find anything?
Nothing magical, no.
Okay.
Do you guys look back in anywhere in particular?
I'm just gonna go through this entire place. So like starting in here, then in here, then in there, then back in here.
Okay.
Wasn't there a wall
here
that was magical, or one of these walls?
Oh yeah, there was.
Come out of it.
There was
like
an illusion magic that was coming out from here, I think.
From where?
There was a
From
moderate illusion magic.
Yeah, which wall?
I think it was this one.
I don't even see where you're pointing.
Wait, what? I'm pinging. Mantis is pointing from like the cave entrance area.
Oh yeah, it wasn't the wall actually.
It's by the wall.
Is it still there?
Yes, you notice there it's a little device actually. So you would detect magic on that.
I'll try to spellcraft it.
Okay.
What is this at? Is that plus 15? It's pretty good.
Okay,
It's not so great.
You still are able to tell what this thing is. It's just a device that basically can create a silent image basically, and it can do that it can do it basically at will. You can use it to create a minor image. And
Is
it'll
it
just
like
continue.
stuck in the ground, or
Nope,
is
it's just
it...
a little device. It's kind of sitting on the ground there. It's really small, and you can tell like if you activate it, what it does is it just creates a specific minor image. In this case, you might be able to guess what it is off of memory, off of what you saw when you first came in
a
here.
shadow?
Yeah, it creates an illusionary shadow, and it just does that, and that's when it's activated. It just does that.
I'll explain to the party what it does, and I'll pick it up and pocket it, I suppose.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot you guys hadn't actually. You guys actually had walked past it. It weighs negligible weight. It's
Okay.
pretty small. If you hadn't been detecting magic, you might not even noticed it.
Silent image?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just creates a silent image at will, a specific silent image. I don't know if there's an actual item that somebody's made that does this. It's just a custom item, I guess.
I'm just writing it down as silent image shadow at will device.
Yep. Creates.
And it's in my inventory. Right
I'll
under
have to
my
figure out
scroll of
what
teleportation.
I'll have to figure out what the actual value of that would be if you try to sell it, but it won't be terribly high because it's a level 1 spell, and it isn't even as good as the normal level 1 spell for it because it's limited. Like
At least shadows are silent in general, right?
Yeah, they can be at least.
They
The
don't
other
have
ones are kind of
footsteps or
hissing at you.
anything.
Yeah, that's right. That's part of why it can be a convincing illusion. Okay, you guys do anything else?
I might be able to pretend I can summon these things.
I'll go back to the chamber with the artifact.
Yeah, I said that I want to try to spend, like, at least the rest of the day here studying the artifact.
Okay.
And I do not want to,
You don't want to touch it?
touch it. Yeah, I don't want to touch it.
Sure, it worked out pretty well for me.
I'm going to try to examine it as best I can without touching it.
Oh no, I forgot to update my clouds from the orc fight.
They're gone. They're dispersed.
They might have drifted into the cave somehow. What if they'd been there for the shadow fight?
That's what I needed was if I blew a cloud of fog, the shadows wouldn't be able to see us. That's actually, I'm pretty unwise right now. First thing I want to do is I want to look at the statue through the mirror.
Okay.
Seem normal, like it looks how I see it in.
Yeah, it looks exactly the same through the mirror.
Except backwards.
Yeah.
Because it's a
Then-
fucking mirror.
I want to blow the horn of fog while I'm about right here, and blow it towards the statue.
Okay. You do so. The dwarves come over to see what the heck you're doing because they hear this horn. Like, what the heck is that guy doing?
That's not a gray color. Oh well, that's fog.
Like, what the hell is he doing over there? And some fog shoots out and goes towards the statue. Alright.
And I will look at Philippe sternly and be like, what the hell are you doing? I'm trying to look
Forget
at
about
this
it.
thing and inspect it and study it, and you're obstructing my vision.
Yep, there's now fog in front of the statue. It's tall enough like that you probably can see the top of it above the fog cloud, but
Yeah.
it's obstructing the lower part of it. The base of the fog or the statue is obscured by the fog now. It looks very spooky.
So dumb. Why did I do that?
I don't know.
know.
Why did you do that?
It looks very atmospheric. You got this statue just
Oh my
reaching
god.
out
you weren't
above
a
the...
Oh my
bard.
god. The
Yeah,
joke's so atmospheric.
It's reaching out above the fog.
Have we asked the miners if there's anything special about this cavern or if there's anything else to it?
No.
Yeah, they don't know anything about this. Like, they didn't know... Like, one of them was talking about how he was spooked by it and he thought he could hear things coming from past the wall, but...
But we dealt with
Really?
those.
Yeah,
feel
I see
some
how
of it.
long this thing lasts.
It was really, like, nothing... None of them know anything specific about it. Just, like, this older looking one, the one with the white beard there, was just like, yeah, I got uncomfortable feelings mining in this area near this wall. Like, he got a sense something was wrong over there, but he didn't know what it was.
The fog dissipates after 3 minutes.
Yeah, so eventually the
I'm
fog
assuming it's not
goes
windy
away.
in here.
No, and it probably stops when it hits the statue. Like, it doesn't go
That's what I
past
was
it.
thinking.
Either that or it would have just dispersed around either side of it and gone past it.
So I'm going to be pretty boring. I'm going to get out my journal, take notes about the statue, draw it, and try to study it as close as possible without actually touching it, because that seems like a terrible idea. I have some conjectures about what it might do, or what
Yeah,
its
you guys,
purpose is.
I mean, yeah, you guys have some clues that might tell you. I mean, you have one person who's sort of used it already now, so that's a pretty good clue.
We know this guy is travel, or was travel, domain lord. It seemed to have taken Philippe's mind. We also know that Lamashtu is of madness. So perhaps it has something related to do with either madness or travel, perhaps to a different plane, based on Philippe's description.
Yeah, I mean, the shadows were flying, so it probably has to do with planes.
Huh?
That's Philippe's wisdom. Never mind. It's bad.
No, you described a scene with, like, a fiery sky and these tall mountains.
You were correct, yeah.
Like obscenely tall mountains, taller than any mountains
Right.
you'd ever expect to see in this world, at least.
So my hunch is that has something to do with travel, perhaps extraplanar travel.
I didn't recognize that place by chance, did I?
You have knowledge planes.
I have every knowledge. Uh, 19.
Yeah, you're not sure exactly where it was, but you think it might have been somewhere in the abyss. Which would make sense as well, because if that actually was Declassar, then you would think he would probably be in the abyss.
Maybe
Yep.
the statue used to take you to Kirkanis. But since Kirkanis was killed and turned into Declassar, it takes you to him instead.
Yep, that's along my train of thought. Or perhaps tries to have you commune with Kakakis. But yeah, I'm going to ask to spend the rest of the day studying this thing because it's a fucking artifact and I've never seen one of these before. And that's what scholars and wizards and stuff of my nature do.
What if I take the holy symbol for Declassar and touch the statue and travel to him with the holy symbol? Do you think he'll like
Eh?
I think he's an evil demon and he'll eat your soul anyway.
Oh.
Huh?
Worship evil gods doesn't sound very profitable.
I don't want to be here anymore. When are we going to Kaer Maga?
After I've studied this for a bit.
Well, okay. Tiki goes and plops down, staring at the statue.
Where's the statue, Tiki?
Right over there.
I was asking if you could see the exact location while looking at it,
Yes.
as if you were staring at the night sky.
I do. I see the statue as if it was the night sky.
Wait, I thought you couldn't see.
I can't. Well, I can. Just not well.
Is Declassar also the god of sight?
Tiki looks
No,
over
but
at
I'm guessing
Amber.
that
It doesn't take much to, like, sense that she thinks Philippe's being slightly, silly.
he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh.
Out of character, I'm at a 4 on wisdom, just so you know.
Sounds like exactly how I expect Lee Longbeard to act all the time.
Ouch, that 4 wisdom though. If you took 4 more wisdom damage, you'd be in a coma.
Yup.
So you're saying I shouldn't touch the statue again? With
Sounds
I don't
like a
care.
pretty
You
good
can if you want.
way to perhaps lose your soul.
Okay, I won't do it. How do we find out what it does, though? We already looked at it.
Well,
And I'm
that's
the best
why I'm taking
investigator
time
there
to study.
is.
And I'm going to at least sleep on it and look at it again tomorrow. And if I don't know what it is tomorrow, then I'll agree to venture off to Kaer Maga if I can't figure this out.
We can
I don't
always
think
come
I'd
back.
Sleep on it. That might make you teleport. Don't touch
No,
it.
not on it. Sleep while thinking about it.
What's Philippe's charisma at too? Because that's got to be pretty low as well right now, right?
Well, my usual charisma is 15, and it's at.
Oh, okay, so you're at
-3,
11
so
then.
12.
Or 12. Okay. It's not too bad.
You mean Philippe's likable? Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Well, I knew you were intelligent
Amber is
based. I
not.
just didn't know you put points in charisma.
Yeah, he's actually usually pretty
I
good
had
at
a
using
pretty
like
good
diplomacy
stat
and
roll.
whatnot. Yeah. He's normally the talky person as well in the party. He's just good at all the skills, all the out of combat skills thing.
Yep.
So yeah, they come over the dwarves after like seeing that this fog cloud thing didn't go anywhere, like leave this area because it's too spooky for them.
See, nobody want to be here. We can come here later.
But
Well,
if we sleep
I'm
on
asking
it,
for
it's
a
the god
day.
of dreams.
Is that
So
okay,
we have to have a
Aelios? If
dream.
Aelios says that he doesn't want to wait at least overnight, then we can start heading out.
That's fair.
Hey, I think we should wait overnight because we don't know what this is. Might as well at least try.
I'm telling you, we have to dream, or else it won't work. I went there when I was conscious, and it was like a dream. But if I dream, then I'll actually go there.
Uh-huh.
And it.
Does anybody have duct tape?
Yeah, where's the silent spell when we need it? I mean, I could try to deafen him, but that would probably just make it so that he walks around speaking and wondering why nobody's talking to him.
He
Well,
just
Isn't he
sound,
wondering that
he
already?
just sound
Myself.
worse. Yeah, he just sound worse because he wouldn't be able to hear himself talking. So like he'd do that thing where he's still saying stuff, but it just
The term
sounds slightly
deaf and
wrong
dumb.
because
That's why they say dumbs, because they sound dumb, because they... Yeah. Though some of them are actually dumb, but...
It's also spelled different, isn't it?
Can I
Yeah, well,
inspect the statue for
blindness,
a
deafness.
switch or lever or some way to
You
activate it?
choose.
I mean, if you want, yeah, you can do whatever you want. You want to roll perception?
43.
Okay. You are pretty confident after circling around the statue that you don't see any sort of lever or switch or anything on it.
Okay. Next thing I want to do... Wait, how... These guys still have pickaxes out here, right?
Yep.
Can I borrow one of your pickaxes, guys?
No, don't do that.
I don't see why not.
Thanks. And I'll bring it in here, and I'll go over to the wall and start picking at the Lamashtu symbol. Trying to, like, break it.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you deface the Mashti symbol as defacing the wall.
Yep, that's what I want.
Super defacing.
So you're gonna anger
Okay.
the Mashtu.
The next thing is I want to... Oh, does anything happen?
Nope, you deface it. It's... You do anything else? This
I'll
is,
give
I'm
a
assuming,
take
while
back to the
Amber's
guys.
trying to study.
Oh god.
Amber's trying to study the
probably
statue. It's like,
annoying
God
her.
damn it, fucking matching on the wall. What is this?
Oh,
What is this
I
idiot
don't
doing?
want to return it yet. What's
Okay.
this thing here? This pile
That's
of...
a
or is it
rock, that's a huge boulder that like fell through the side of the it's
Does it look like it
it's
came out of the
extending
wall or the ceiling?
like maybe partially through the ceiling, partially through the upper part of the wall.
I
It's a
look up,
massive
is there
rock
anything there?
Just the ceiling, but this rock does connect to the ceiling, if that makes sense.
Okay, is there... this thing's too heavy to do anything with. I would try and, like, break this rock up with the pick, but I'm too tired. So I'm not gonna... So I'll give the pick back.
Okay.
Oh. Tiki's confused. Philippe confuses her.
I don't have anything else yet, so go to other people and I'll see if I come up with any other brand new Philippe ideas.
So Baron at some point is going to come over. He's going to say, "I'm just going to let this guy go." If you guys don't have any position to that. This
Yeah, if you
You're a
don't want
doc
to try
guy?
to prosecute him under any law, then that's fine.
I just don't think it's worth the time to travel out all the way out to all the way back to the, what was the name of that place? He would know, but
That's fine. I mean, it
To
is your mine,
Jägermeister?
and he was the one who was defacing it.
it was
It's Jaeger something, but it's not pronounced.
Yanderhof. Yeah, he's like, I don't think it's gonna be worth going all the way up to Yanderhof just for this guy.
Then maybe you should let him go. Let him go. Yeah. Can't hold him back anymore. Let him go. Okay, sorry, I'm done.
Pluto.
Yeah.
For knowledge about the stars, what sort of knowledge is that? Is that knowledge nature, knowledge,
For like
or
knowing about like
survival or
constellations
something?
and stuff. Yeah, survival or
Yeah.
knowledge nature will work, I guess.
So I want to try to do a knowledge check on his antler lights to see if they're representing any specific sort of constellations. This is not my best check, but, you know, here goes nothing.
Do you bring it up at all to maybe cue Tiki?
To maybe someone who would know constellations really well.
Sure, if I don't know it off the top of my head, I'll ask the rest of the party if they know anything about it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not sure.
Does this statue count as the night's sky to me right now?
Yes, I'm gonna say it does.
Okay, then I get a... Is this nature?
Yeah, it looks strange to you as well. You're not really sure
Yeah.
if this is like any particular constellation or whatnot.
I'll ask Philippe. He knows as well. Holy shit, guys. We're the best.
They just look like stars.
What about you, Alias? Do you know what sort of stars these are? You can roll survival, too.
Yeah, I'll roll a survival check. Is there another check I can make?
If you have knowledge nature.
No.
So Varen's gonna say like, well, I think all the miners are gonna stay here and we're gonna keep working this mine, but we're gonna turn in for the night and I don't feel comfortable being over here, so we'll just be over near the front of the cave if you need us.
Okay, we'll probably do that soon too. And I'll probably look over this once more after we sleep. I suggest taking watches just in case something shows up and maybe keeping a fire going near the entrance or near where you're sleeping.
Have you tried talking to the statue?
Nope.
No?
But I'm not going
there's a
to
decision
because
here.
it's, and I will advise you not to as well because it's a fucking artifact.
But we could learn so much if it could talk back. Do you think I should talk in evil or good tongue?
I think that if you were going to try to talk to this statue, you should probably try to talk to it in Celestial.
Okay.
But I wouldn't recommend talking to this statue.
I'm not gonna say anything.
He's gonna fucking, during his watch, go off and fucking talk to the statue.
May not do anything, so.
I'll say
Okay,
probably
so
your
I'm-
shaken's worn off by now too, because you guys
Clearly, he
went around
doesn't
doing
seem
all
to
that
be
silly
fearing
stuff
it
and-
anymore.
yeah, Amber was studying it during that time, and who knows what everyone else was doing.
Well,
So we'll
if
go
you think
over-
I'm gonna talk to it either way,
This-
would you rather me talk to it while you're all here or while you're asleep?
So, there were no sort of skill checks that I could do to study it any more than I probably already did. I'll make those skill checks again tomorrow.
Or you could try and talk to it so I don't have to.
I could.
Do you really think talking to it's gonna do something?
It might, but I don't think so. So anyway.
Do I want to get my character killed?
No. Even something with a wisdom of fucking 4 wouldn't try to get themselves killed intentionally.
I don't think it's gonna kill me though. I'm pretty sure talking to it won't get me killed.
Well, you can think what you want, but I'm gonna go and sleep. I'm gonna sleep first. Because my mind is worn out. I'll go sleep in here,
just
kind
like,
of.
well, last time I
near
didn't
the
listen to
night
Amber,
breeze.
I almost died, so I guess I better listen to Amber this time.
So you're at a wisdom 4 or 5, right?
Yeah.
It says here that seemingly incapable of planning, and some examples of things with 5 wisdom: giant maggot and bogwid. Whatever the fuck a
I have
bogwid
4
is.
though, not 5.
4. It says
Yeah,
4,
yeah,
so
but
4-5 for
4
that.
slash 5, yeah.
I
The
can't
fuck is
plan,
a bogwid?
so I'm not planning on not
Apparently
talking to the statue.
A bogwid is some sort of like tentacle monster thing. Okay, well, whatever.
Anyways,
The hell? There's like so much text about this bogwid on the SRD, and I've never even heard of it.
Well, now you have a new monster to throw at us.
There you go.
Yeah, it'll be a bogwid. He'll be like, oh, I'm as smart as Philippe.
God.
Well,
Why?
that's
As
into
why
the
is there
theory.
Philippe?
3-hour shifts or something. Or, yeah,
Yeah, he's the dwarf.
3-3-2
Varen's
or
actually taking a
something.
watch right now. When you get out there.
Well, I'm sleeping next to him because I don't trust the other dwarf.
No, he's not sleeping right now. He's just taking a watch.
That's fine. I'm sleeping next to him.
Okay.
He can make
He's
of
watching
that
his-
what he wishes.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I mean, that's fine, I guess. He's like, okay, well, whatever. He's just sitting there up there, like, kind of looking out into the edge of the cave in the moment. probably has like a pipe out and he's smoking or something.
So I'll do my watch last. And this is my perception.
Do I need to do a watch? Are we all doing watches?
Yeah, we're all doing watches. 3 hours each.
Okay, and sleeping perception's minus 20, right?
Like while you're actually
It's
asleep.
best if I do a watch while it's
While
dark.
you're asleep, not while you're awake.
So that'd be your watch while you're...
Oh wait, I forgot to subtract 20. So it's 18.
That would have been pretty funny if you're asleep. You're actually better at keeping watch.
Money.
It could happen, theoretically. I think it's happened before. Oh no, my sleep one was better than someone else's.
Man, that's a pretty
I think.
low number on a D10,000.
That's a pretty even number on a D10,000. Or like round number. There's a lot of even numbers.
Oh,
Let me
I
know
just
when
hit
it's
the back
my
button.
watch, Pluto. I can't be planning anything because I'm incapable of it, but let me know when it's
Oh.
my watch.
Okay. What was the order you guys are doing watches in?
I don't know, I'm last.
I'll probably be second to last if that's alright. Because I need sleep after the craziness of the day.
So there's like 3 watch orders.
I think we're each taking one. 4.
4 watch orders, okay. Who's taking first watch with Varen? Who's doing a watch at least? Before he goes to bed.
One watching with him?
He's doing the very first watch, so
One of us.
Is somebody staying up during that watch?
Yeah.
Alright, Tiki's taking the first watch, then Alias, then me, then Amber.
Okay.
There we go.
So
I decided it.
Okay. During the first watch, after the first, I think he maybe chats with Tiki a bit as he's smoking and doing his watch. Maybe he asks Tiki about, like, Tiki's past. Like, who are you, weird frog person?
Tell me what it was like as a tadpole.
I'm just a gripply.
That doesn't tell me much. I don't know anything about Grippleys. And I don't know, he probably just chats with you, makes small talk.
She's like, to be honest with you, I don't either.
Well, I hope someday you find out, well, you find whatever it is you're looking for then. Because it's been a great help to me. I think you guys are a little crazy sleeping out here, but, yeah. Anyway, as his watch is over, he wakes up, Alios, who's taking the second watch, right?
Right.
So he's like, I'm going back to bed, so good luck. And he goes to bed with the other dwarves, because he's not sleeping out here. And, yep. Alios do anything during his second watch?
Just perceptioning.
Okay. I'm assuming Tiki goes to sleep after the first watch?
Yeah.
Okay. So nothing happens during that watch? And then I'm assuming you wake, after your watch is up, you'd wake up Philippe?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything happen during Philippe's... Does Philippe make anything happen during his watch, I guess?
Of course, of course.
Okay. What do you do during your watch?
I'm
Wander
gonna
off on your
walk
own?
into the room. and I want to look around. It should be middle of the night now, so the stars are out in the sky. Obviously, there's a cave ceiling. But do I notice anything different about the statue at night?
No, it still looks... Well, actually, roll a perception check. Okay, no, it doesn't look any different.
That makes you think that it could look different if I rolled better.
Maybe, but I've been faking you out a bit, so...
I know.
It could be just another one of those cases, too.
Can I just hang out here for a few minutes?
Yeah, sure.
I just want to, like, look at the statue and just, like, admire the gems. And then nothing happens?
Yeah, nothing happens.
Okay, then I'll go back and be a good watchdog and not, let the party...
Not let the party get coup de grace in their sleep while you're looking at the statue.
Yeah.
I'm sure they appreciate it. Alright, it gets to Amber's watch then.
Okay. I'll wake up, and during my watch, I'll, at least during an hour of my watch, I'm going to try to prepare or re-prepare my spells.
You're a spontaneous caster, yeah?
Oh, do I? I thought I had to, like, do something, and I just get them back?
You're an arcanist? You prepare spells?
No, I'm not an arcanist. I'm a sorcerer.
No, you don't prepare anything, you just sleep.
Yeah, my character's
Okay, my spells are back.
Game.
Basically. It's magical, it's fabulous, I love it.
Okay, my spells are back.
Mine too.
Okay. And you already rolled perception for your watch, right?
Yeah, it's a 28.
Okay. Well, while you're doing your watch, you do notice something happening outside the cave.
What do I notice?
Who the hell has a dog?
Outside of the cave, did you say?
Outside the cave, you hear like something coming towards it.
Is it a barking dog? Because that's what I hear.
No, I think that's Ron's.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's his
I'll
thing going
stand up and I will step back and I'll ready an action to.
Okay. Do you have any
scream
sort of like? Do you have like a fire going or something, or are you just using a light spell?
If I don't have a fire going, then I'll use a light spell during my watch.
Well, I'm asking you. Do you have a fire going?
I recommended that we did, but I don't know if we actually did.
I'm pretty sure I would have done a fire. I don't like spooky night.
If Philippe already had a fire going, then you could have been maintaining it. That's fine.
That would be my...
I mean, when Vorn was doing his watch, he wouldn't have probably bothered because he has dark vision. Probably same thing for Tiki, actually.
I'll just have a light
Like
spell
we're up in the
since
mountains.
there probably wasn't actually a fire going. We didn't mention anything about gathering material.
So Philippe probably actually was just using a torch when he was up earlier, but...
I was...
know...
Yeah, whatever.
My action is to wake people up and yell loudly if it looks like something really quite harmful.
Well, you kind of see at the edge of your light, you see a bear look at you. Looking at you from the edge of your light, so it'd be like 80 feet away, the edge of the dim light. And it just kind of sits there at first. It's not doing anything yet. And then it kind of turns around.
To wake people up.
And it turns around and goes away.
You shall not hibernate here. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that was pretty much. If It was just a bear. If you had like no light source, it might have kind of came into the cave, thinking, "Oh, it was a good place to stay," and then ran into you there. But
I'm gonna knowledge nature it. Did it look like a natural bear?
It did. It looked like just a normal, like a natural grizzly bear.
Okay. No undead maggots coming out of it or some shit.
Bummer.
Nope.
Best kind.
Good.
Not that you saw. I mean, it was at the edge of your vision in dim light.
Yeah. It seemed to act like a normal bear, so
It just
inconsequential.
it looked like it was kind of like it was walking around, and then it saw this light, and then decided against going into the cave.
It was
so I'll sit back down and continue the rest of my walk.
Okay. Because this is you guys are in the middle of November as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
It is actually very likely it was looking surprising. Actually, it might have already. A lot of bears might already be in hibernation by this point, but this one for some reason wasn't. All right. Other than that, though, unless you do anything, nothing else happens the rest of the day.
No. I'll wake people up when it's time. We'll get breakfast started and stuff. And then I'll go back and I'll try to do some arcana and some religion and some nature checks on the thing again.
Okay.
And I'm guessing I can't spellcraft it without handling it.
Yeah, basically, but you can do the knowledge arcana and a perception roll as well.
Okay.
Wait, could I have spellcrafted it when I touched it?
You have to have detect magic.
You need... yeah. Oh my god.
Wow.
You're just not meant to know, Amber. Not today, at least.
Philippe notices something, though.
Oh. What do I notice?
So, Philippe, when you get in, you notice that the gems on the antlers, like the stars basically, seem to have shifted slightly from where they were last night. Very slightly, like not by much, but very slightly.
Shit.
Huh. I wonder if Tiki would have noticed that.
I don't know, maybe when you get in there, maybe you notice that without Philippe having to tell you.
Wait. Do you think the stars...
No, Tiki doesn't actually notice it, actually.
Because it's not noticing stars.
It's very, very minor. Like Philippe just barely notices it. Basically, they're basically in the same spot, but just barely shifted. Like maybe like the difference between when you're looking at stars in the sky and you look at them the next day, they're technically in a slightly different spot.
Exactly
that
like
kind
that,
of thing.
you might
like,
say.
Yeah, like that's the sort of impression you get. Like it changed very slightly. Like it might be just maybe they shift naturally, like the way stars naturally would.
Hellish my world is, where I notice all these little things like stars shifting, but that's what it was.
So Philippe starts talking about this?
I really want to know what this does, and I'm hoping that nothing worse than what happened to Philippe happens to me, but I'm going to try to resist it and handle it while spellcrafting it.
Oh.
Okay. So you cast Detect Magic and try to handle it then, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so get that will save first if you want to resist as it reaches out to you.
Man, I thought it was so clever by not resisting it. Like, oh, it's gonna be a good thing. No, it wasn't.
And you don't have any sort of special things you can do with it, right?
Cloak of
That includes my
Cloak of Resistance is already in there, yeah.
That's a shame.
So you have a similar sort of sensation to what happened with Philippe. You feel this presence reaching out from the statue, encompassing your mind, and all your senses are overwhelmed with the sensation of being in this alien world where the sky is burning red and there's mountains that are...
Can I do a knowledge check on this?
Okay, so while you're here, yeah, you can do a knowledge planes. Ooh, I think that's good enough. Let me just find the... now I gotta actually look up the name of this place. I forgot it. But you actually would know what it is it's a specific place in the abyss that is known to be where Declar Sar usually is. These specific mountains within the abyss, which is, of course, the abyss has like near infinite amount of different layers to it. But so having the fact that there's a specific spot that's like nasty enough that it's specifically known is incredible on its own. And the name of this place is... I don't see it on here either. Man, I had a page that had this that I had open. I don't know what I did with it.
You can make up a name.
I'll give you a name. Valley Forge.
But yeah, that's where it is. It's in the specific home region. I'll give you a name later, but the actual like name of it. But you do recognize that this is where, and as Philippe did, you see, and he doesn't notice you yet, but you see like this visage of Declar Sar like huddled over on top of like the same peak that you're on, and he begins to kind of stand up. Do you do anything else here? Do you try to like break away now, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to break away.
Okay.
I don't particularly want to talk to him, even though I probably could, because I speak Abyssal.
Oh, maybe that's what I should have done.
Am I able to break away and return back to my body?
Yeah, did you roll a will save?
Do I need to roll another one?
Yep.
By the way, I'm like kind of behind Amber, ready to support her if she falls like I did.
Yeah,
catch her.
That's what's gonna happen. You did technically roll higher than Philippe did, I think, on his roll.
No, I didn't. I failed.
Oh yeah, no, you did. I got a 4. You got a 7.
Yeah, because his modifier is lower. Of course, the one's an auto fail anyway. But yeah, the same sort of thing. He gets up, and both his heads turn to you as he's standing, towering above you, stares down at you, and yeah, you can just see him like looking right at you. It's the most unnerving thing you've ever experienced. Like you feel exposed, like he can see, like he's seen, and that he's reading everything about you, and you fall back from the statue, gasping and in a cold sweat, and you take 4 charisma and 4 wisdom damage. Although I should note, since you guys rested, any of the strength and wisdom and charisma damage you took yesterday, that healed by 1. So Philippe probably isn't quite as bad off as he was yesterday.
Well,
No, it doesn't
fortunately this
change
doesn't
too much.
affect my intelligence, but I am definitely more, like, I don't really care about what anybody else thinks or how anybody else feels now, since I have a fucking charisma of 4.
Yeah.
Was I able to spellcraft this?
Yeah, sure, but you are shaken as well for like 1 hour. So you'll have to apply that to the
Okay.
spellcraft check as well.
Are we planning on venturing today? If not, I can use restoration.
I don't know. That's something to figure out after, I guess.
I probably have no fucking... Holy shit, how many... I guess I did get that 20.
Yeah, you rolled a 20 on the knowledge planes,
That's good.
so you
But
knew.
yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know exactly what this does, but... I have some guesses. Ugh, that didn't feel good.
So I catch him as he like falls back from the statue.
Okay, here it is. It is the name of the mountains are the Zorian Mountains in Lamashtu's realm of Kernugia. I'll spell that out for you.
Hmm.
And what did you say the mountain's
And it's a
called?
6, and a more specific what he since you actually as Philippe and Amber both seen this, is a 2-headed like jackal basically with 6 legs and vulture's wings.
Ew.
Yeah, and so as you saw, when he turned and looked at you, he kind of stood up on his back 2 legs and spread his wings out and just fucking terrified the shit out of you.
A two-headed what?
Like hyena or jackal.
Jackal, yeah. I'm
So
imagining
it's
the
like an
jackals from
extra,
Halo.
extra ugly chimera.
Extra.
Yeah.
Wasn't there another 6-legged, two-headed thing? Or was it just that? Was it Lamashtu?
That was Declausar,
Declausar,
yeah, with the holy symbol that you had earlier there.
Unholy symbol, I
Yep.
probably should call it.
Yeah, unholy symbol. I think we've already made this connection here, yeah?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, we've already made this
Yeah,
connection.
we have, I just forgot.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have as much information from here as I think I'm going to get reasonably without returning at a later date, and I am willing to start traveling to Maga.
Okay.
So wait, what are we gonna do with this thing? Like, anyone could just walk in here and touch it and get killed or turned into shadows or something.
Well, shadows are dead.
Well, they had to come from somewhere.
Well, somebody at some point knew about it and blocked it off. We can probably put some rubble to block it off, or we could just hope that not too many people know about it and advise the people who run this place to not let anybody back here.
Nobody died here, ideally.
Well, somebody did.
So,
I know. That's what
nobody
I'm
that
referring
we know
to.
anytime recently.
In the chained up room, it's kind of clear that maybe the shadows. I don't know. Anyways, Tiki don't know anything. I don't know shit.
So if Philippe doesn't pick up this unholy symbol, I will pick it up as I'm leaving.
Okay, and yeah, like it feels hot, but it isn't like when it was that close to the statue where it was burning his hands. It doesn't feel like that. You're able to do that. Like I said, as mentioned again, it looks like the jaws of like canine jaws, basically clutching at bones.
Okay.
Maybe we should give it
And-
a bone.
Yes, definitely a great idea.
I'm gonna grab some of the skeleton bones.
Have I told you, Philippe, that you're a fucking idiot?
Are we gonna
Bring
stay
them
here
over
a night
to the
again?
statue.
Nope, we're going.
Oh, because if we stay here a night, we won't have to deal with idiot much longer.
Nope,
You want to
we're
roll a
going.
perception while you're going there to pick up a bone?
Sure.
Okay.
That's not ominous. Please
I
let
don't
it
want
be the
to
bear.
not roll a perception.
Okay, when you're going to grab a bone from one of these long deceased bodies, you notice that they have a necklace around, like kind of hanging within the bones, and yeah, it looks
Oh my god.
it looks different than anything you've seen, but it for some reason you're kind of drawn to it, like it looks interesting to you.
Amber,
What?
can you take a look at this?
Okay.
Would you
What
pull
is it?
out it, or you just spot it
No,
before you
I
get there?
I spot
You
it.
point
and
it
I'm
out
like,
from a distance. Okay.
I point it out from. I don't touch it. I've learned my lesson.
Like it looks
We
it looks
didn't see this
like a
at
necklace
first.
kind of with like a coin or something, but you can't make out what's on it.
I'll detect magic at it.
You don't detect any magic.
I'll go pick it up.
Okay.
As you pick it up,
when
I'll be like, no, don't touch it. It might be teleporting you.
No, nothing happens though. You just look at it and you can see closer on it that it looks like it is perhaps a holy symbol or something of Carcanus. Perhaps it's a picture
I'm gonna
of
knowledge religion it.
Yeah, I mean it's
picture
basically the
matches.
coin. It's a coin with an engraving, and the
Hey,
engraving
look!
looks the same, looks similar to the statue. So you're very confident this is just a holy symbol for Carcanus, and then in the
I'm
background
gonna
of
pocket
it,
this too.
it has like
Wait, can I have it? I found it. You already have the other symbol.
I'm
Are you sure
using
it's good
this,
to mix
and
them?
I'm going to take it to a priest of, I don't know, Desna, and ask them what they know about this.
Okay.
Are you sure it's good to hold both of those holy symbols at the same time? It seems they're mortal
Nope, but I
enemies.
don't care.
Tiki
And I'm
can't
holding
take it
it.
anymore. She casts Lesser Restoration to up Philippe's wisdom.
Okay. 3 wisdom points healed for Philippe. I think that puts him back at his normal 7 or whatever he's
That puts
at.
him at 7.
My normal 7. Yep, you got it.
What does that put him on the same level? It puts him at the same level as like an Ifrit or a
Tiki says
gibbering
to Philippe,
abomination.
"You keep slowing
Seem
down.
to have almost no common sense.
Stop it."
Or a blood orc, whatever that is.
The Declausar wants a bone. Should we give the dog a bone?
No.
Everyone else is like, this is a horrible idea.
Okay.
We're
But
leaving.
it's on the.
We're going to
it's
Kaer
in
Maga. Let's go.
Can we just throw a Philippe on it and be done with it?
On the holy symbol.
Alright.
Nope. Holy symbol's in my bag and we're leaving.
Tiki casts Anthole on herself
Okay.
and carries on.
As you're leaving,
She's
of course, you
gonna
see the
fucking pick
miners
up
getting
Philippe.
ready to. They're getting ready to go to work. Like they're gonna go start mining.
Wait, we have our ponies. I don't put all on myself. We have the ponies. I have a pony. You have horses.
Yeah, that's right. They would have probably been just outside the cave.
I
You
think
guys are
so.
lucky the bear didn't go over and attack him.
Maybe it did. Shit. Are our ponies
We
there?
are.
Nah.
No,
No,
they're
they
not.
didn't.
Dang it. Oh. You're supposed to punish us.
The ponies probably actually would have like when the bear showed up, they probably would have reacted to it a little bit and like tried to get closer to the edge of the entrance of the cave to get away from it.
We probably
But,
would have heard them. Yeah. Nah.
There was enough like the light in there and all the different creatures there, the bears, like I don't want to screw with that and just went to find somewhere else.
Right.
Anyway, so yeah, he sees you guys leave. He's like, "Ah, you guys heading out to Kaer now then?
Yep.
Is it safe to resume mining here?"
Don't touch the statue. And you probably shouldn't go poking around in there at all.
Hey, that's probably
Aside
a good
from
idea.
that, I don't see why not. Just don't fucking touch the statue.
Definitely sounds like something I probably won't want to do then.
You feel like having your soul stared into by a demon? Then you can touch the statue. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Okay. It's not very reassuring, but I'll take your word for it then. Where would be a best way to contact you once we've gotten some money coming in from this mine?
Here, I take out my journal and I write down my address in Magnamar. You can send it to, what's her name, Trisha?
Trissa Caldwell?
Yeah.
Trissa.
Yeah. Trisha. She's running my shop in Magnamar. You can send a letter to her. We'll eventually return there.
Okay, that sounds good. I'll make sure to do so then.
While this is happening, are there any loose bones?
Sure.
I want to take one. It's really gross, but...
I mean, they're
well.
ancient. These are like hundreds of years old.
Okay, so it's
So
like
there's-
all the stuff's decayed, it's just a bone.
Oh yeah, everything's decayed off. It's
Okay.
only bone.
And I'll bring it closer to the statue. Does anything happen?
Not just bringing it close to it, no.
Does it have a mouth?
The statue,
statue?
like, I mean, kind of, but it's like, at least 20 feet up in the air.
I want to throw the bone into the mouth of the statue.
Okay.
Try and do that. Cause that's how the holy symbol was. It was biting down on bones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that is a Deklausar holy symbol. This thing is taking us to Deklausar, so I think it's been turned into a thing for him. So that's my theory. So I'm going to complete the prophecy by putting a bone in his mouth.
Okay, I guess you could do a attack roll, a ranged attack roll for trying to throw it into into a specific location.
$18.
Okay, well you hit the area of its mouth, but it doesn't catch on anything and just kind of hits it, falls back down on the ground. But you do hit it in the face with a bone that you threw at it.
Oh god, that sounds
You
awful.
hit the statue. Yeah, you hit the statue in the face with a bone.
Good job.
Okay.
Bone comes back to the ground, cracks in half.
I'll back away, and I'll say, in Celestial, sorry, I thought you wanted a bone.
Okay, nothing happens.
And then I'll say in... Wait, would it be Abyssal or Infernal for Declausar? Which one's the...
Abyssal is the language for
Abyssal.
demons. Infernal is the language for devils.
Okay. So I'll
Which
say
are
in
the lawful
Abyssal...
ones.
It was nice to meet you, Declausar.
Okay. You want to roll a bluff check on that?
Sure.
No, really, it was nice to meet him.
It was nice for me. I enjoyed it at least.
Amber didn't enjoy it, but she did think that it was useful.
It was a useful experience to have.
Yes.
So 11
It got
on,
me knowledge,
or,
and
11
knowledge
on the
is
bluff.
useful.
Does my 11 bluff fool a god?
Probably
I don't
not.
know. That's a
If
good
he's
question.
listening.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out maybe. I'll just write
Okay.
a note here.
And then I leave if nothing happens.
Yeah, nothing
And
happens.
I'll say to
He's gonna look at you
Amber-
twice as hard. He's gonna come back with 2 more heads and do double the damages.
I'll say to Amber, I guess the statue didn't want a bone after all.
No. And you're a fucking dumbass.
I had to try it.
No, you didn't. And you know so. Come on, let's... We're going to Karma.
Yay!
Don't you love Amber's no shit's given attitude?
I like you better with your glasses on.
She might even have her glasses on, it doesn't even matter, she's cranky. And that 4
Well,
charisma.
Especially if your glasses are on, I'm gonna say I liked you better with your glasses on.
Is Philippe
It's like
hitting on Amber?
the
Wink, wink.
it's like the line from the Will Smith thing where he's like, "You were the dumbest smart person I've ever met," or something like that.
Exactly, yes. From iRobot,
Which-
I think.
I think it was from iRobot. Yeah.
I think that's the second time
So,
that movie's
so what
been
is
referenced
what
in
is my
this,
charisma
campaign.
at?
Where is your charisma at? You took what did I roll? A
I'm
4.
at 4, but I'm like, what am I like? I have the charisma of a rat, weasel, choot, or donkey.
Yeehaw.
Has no awareness of the needs of others and almost no sense of empathy.
Yeah.
Hey, that sounds like me, like, in real life.
Okay then.
I have
That's
empathy
not
problems.
saying a lot for yourself.
That sounds like it must be fucking miserable for everybody around you.
Well, no, not really. I mean, I have very low
He's like, I
empathy
wouldn't
and
know.
sympathy for people.
Exactly, I don't have empathy to know
I'm
how
not
they
miserable.
feel.
They are, though.
Okay,
I
we're
mean-
going to Karmaga.
Anywho.
Just remember, Zerdurium, the less heart you have, the more likely you're gonna become a serial killer.
Oh god.
Statistics
Thanks.
show, man.
It's not that I don't have a heart, I just find it hard to, like, empathize with people.
Well,
I sympathize fine, it's the empathy that's hard. I don't know.
He sold his empathy to the devil to get Diamond in season 3.
I got Diamond
Worst-
in multiple seasons, thank
Worst
you very much.
deal ever.
right?
Diamond won.
He's like, I
in
thought
season
this deal would last for every season, but no, it was
Right,
just for
nope.
that one season.
Oh my god. And that was only because Nidalee was OP.
I heard they were trying to buff Lane Nidalee again, though, or something.
They should, because I might
Well,
actually
they
play
have
the game
been
then.
consistently buffing Nidalee.
But she still does nothing. Like, she does nothing better than anyone else. Like, if any style you try and play her, there's another champion that does it better. That's the problem.
I mean,
I
welcome
think her
to the
jungle
jack
clear's
of all
still
trades
good.
syndrome.
But, yeah. There's a lot of other champs, I guess, that also can clear the jungle really well and do
Just
more.
turn her back
like
into a literal nuke machine.
Please
I
make
mean,
AP
honestly,
Nidalee a thing again.
I think that they need to buff AP in the jungle. Like, they just need to either buff the AP item or take down the magic resist or something, because I think
Give
all
Nidalee
AP
her
junglers
spear again.
are struggling.
Alright, so, yeah, you guys are going to go ahead and hit the road again, back to,
Yeah.
the rest of the way to Yanderhof, and then eventually
Yeah.
Kaer Maga.
Yeah, weren't we gonna take those guys in as prisoners or something?
No, everyone got let go.
I know
You
they
guys
did,
could have
but
maybe.
weren't we going to do that? Is what I'm saying.
Well,
Could have maybe brought the one guy there. You guys made a deal with the thugs that he had working for him that if they helped you break down the wall of
Oh wow.
that you guys were gonna let him go though. And then this guy was like, I don't really have any vendetta against this guy, even though he tried to kill us. He didn't want to. He didn't want to have to try to go back into Yanderhof when there's mining to be done. And
There's
you guys
plenty
already
of worse
taken.
things in the world.
Yeah, you guys already taken about all taken his stuff from him.
yep.
So, yeah, you just didn't see any reason to really pursue it any further.
Well, I say we've delayed too long. We need to go find Alias's family.
His brother.
Get to Kaer Maga. Is it just his brother?
Yeah, it's just my brother.
And before they're being held by some fucking cult of Deklar Sar.
We waited too long by the side quests. He's dead now.
No.
Whoops.
Probably.
No, I mean
He's
there
been
might
sold to the slavery.
I mean it's possible I've combined everybody's stuff into being in there, but no, it's I don't know. We'll find out, I guess.
We're doing what Pluto does
We'll
as
find
a
out, but you
player.
keep saying
Gives
no.
the
You
GM
didn't do
ideas.
I have like some reasoning for like where I'm going with this stuff in particular that you guys just spend this session dealing with, I guess. But yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see if we get to that stuff. I mean, who knows? Maybe you guys are gonna go completely off the rails, and it'll never come up. Although I think you guys, based on some of the decisions you guys have made, I think it'll be pretty hard to avoid it entirely.
Yeah, like throwing that bone, like there's no coming back from that.
Well, not that in particular. There's something else you guys did that will
Just
probably
kidding.
have more lasting effects, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
We fucking
Like,
met the guy.
Touching the statue.
Yeah, maybe that might have had some longer term consequences, I guess.
It was because Tiki
We
ignored
met
it.
a demon who stared into our soul and is now going to send his minions off to torment us and kill us and bring us back to him. Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be great fun for everyone.
It's okay, I'm gonna multi-class into a vigilante, and they'll never find me.